What is up, hooligans, and happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. And I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you're over on Rumble, please hit that like button. More likes equals more hooligans. Gonna read through the schedule really quick, and then we will be checking on all the chats. So let me know how you guys are doing today. Then, of course, we will be getting things started. It's so weird not having Trump rallies later on the schedule. It's so weird. Soon he'll be in the White House, and then we'll have scheduled events from the White House, and that'll be badass. We'll be starting off this live with a video titled "Morale Among Border Patrol Will Improve Once Trump Takes Office." For the last couple weeks, we've been covering how the Border Patrol were threatening to walk off the job. They don't want to do it anymore because they're not able to do what they're supposed to do. They're just kind of like Walmart greeters for border crossers at this point. So now they're all excited that President Trump won, and now things are going to be changing around here. Then we got a video titled, "How Will Trump's Cases Move Forward Once He Becomes President?" Talking about how President Trump's lawfare cases that the government was chasing him with, most of those cases are getting dropped, if not all of them. Then after that, we have a video titled Alina Habba. It's titled "Democrats Put Us Through Hell," talking about Trump's legal cases and her experience being close to President Trump through the entire presidential race there. Of course, it's Alina Habba, so she had to make the schedule. Then we got a video titled "Letitia James Asked for Comment on Accusations She Basically Revived President Trump Through Prosecution." She's super butthurt. There's a lot of butthurt people on today's schedule. I told you it was going to be like that. Letitia James, she's having a hard time coping right now. Then we got a video titled "Biden Addresses the Nation." It's old man Walter coping with President Trump's win. He's still lustful for MAGA butts, but that's okay. That's okay. We know how old man Walter is. Greasy old man Walter. That's 7 minutes. It's not even a whole 7 minutes. It's like 6.5 minutes of him mumbling and stumbling. He kind of brings on the violent rhetoric like all the rest of the Dems have been doing since President Trump won, and even before then. Not so much, though. It wasn't like Hyena Harris where she said "fight" 40 times in her speech and all of that. It wasn't quite that bad. Old man Walter, like I said, lustful for those MAGA butts. Then the press briefing did happen today, but because of so much stuff on the menu today, I wasn't able to go live on time or cover it, but I did watch through some of it. I skimmed through it while I was putting the schedule together, and we got 3 different spots where KJP was having a hard time answering questions, and I don't mean referring to another section of the government. She was having a hard time answering questions about whether or not President Trump is still a threat to democracy, because she's up there talking about peaceful transfer of power and all that, and they're like, wait a minute. I thought he was the downfall of America. She's having a hard time dealing with that. And Jackie from Fox, she was just asking too many questions and caused KJP to storm out of the press briefing room. It wasn't exactly a rage quit, but it was kind of a rage quit. And I got all that bookmarked, so we got 3 different spots of the press briefing we're going to be covering. Then I have a video titled "Liberals on TikTok Are Making Themselves Ugly on Purpose to Turn Off Men to Take Revenge on Them for Voting for President Trump." It's kind of like the big buffaloes who are always concerned with killing babies and stuff, and it's like, wait a minute, I thought you like your own kind. What are you even talking about? It's one of those situations, like ugly people making themselves uglier. I don't know how to self-destruction as revenge against others. I don't know. You know, Democrats, they'll set themselves on fire and shit. Then after that, we got AOC sounding the alarm. She sounds like she is directly asking Antifa to activate. Like, when you hear this, It's exactly what it sounds like. It sounds like she's asking for chaos in the streets. And in that same tune, the next video is titled, America voted for Trump because Americans are racist. These people are so stupid. More Democrats asking for fire in the streets and stuff because they don't like the turnout of the election. And then the last little bit of the news we have is titled, Dem voters are unwell. And then we have two funny videos of the day. The first one's titled, These border crossers have to go somewhere. And then our official funny video of the day is titled, Dems are full of joy right now. All of that's coming up next. But first, we're going to read through the chats and see how you hooligans are doing today. What is up, everyone over on jeffmaclive.com. What's up, Guess MJ? What's up, Astro Hammer? What's up, Zero? What's up, Astro? Alistair, my bad. What's up, Snooks? What's up, Damsel? What's up, Sam? What's up, Hair Juicer? Happy freedom, you hooligans. Appreciate all of you guys being on the website. And what is up, everyone over on Rumble? Snooks, you were first today. I appreciate you, Snooks. What's up, Black White Bull? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Elder Zoomer? Appreciate you being here. Alistair, you're omnipresent. I appreciate you. What's up, Too Old to Care? What's up, Ghostly? What's up, Kevin? What's up, Cody? What's up, Zupia? Happy freedom. Let me see here. What's up, Girth? Why can't I talk? I did all the chicken bacon too, and I still can't talk. I just show up like this on purpose at this point. What's up, Paul? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Josh1776? What's up, Cricket Kiss? Happy freedom. Make sure I don't miss anybody. What's up, Wayward? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Aco? What's up, Fitzy? What's up, Joel? Appreciate you hooligans being here. What's up, Nana? Appreciate you sliding through. Don't forget, hit that like button over on Rumble, or should we call it the thumbs up button? Do they even call it a like button on any of these platforms anymore? We'll call it the thumbs up button. I'll try and get in the hang of that. Hit that thumbs up button. See if you can get us on the front page. And what is up, everyone over on Kick? Happy freedom to you. What's DeRosa? Happy freedom, DeRosa. I ain't seen you in a minute. What's up, Pag? What's up, Shannon? Zeus Boot. Happy freedom to you. What's up, Viola? Appreciate all of you hooligans being on Kick. There's no Twitch because Twitch suspended my account for 30 days yesterday, claiming that I was targeting another person or live streamer with hateful rhetoric. So my account has been suspended for 30 days. And anybody that has a membership on Twitch, your membership will not renew. They're going to just basically cancel your membership and screw my Twitch channel. So when it comes back in 30 days, 29 days or whatever, nobody's going to have a membership anymore. So it's kind of like being demonetized, but not being demonetized. It's a big fuck you to Twitch. I filed an appeal. I don't know what that's going to be like. I've never had to do this before because I've never had any incident with Twitch before. But if you're a hooligan that's usually on Twitch, you should get used to being on Kick. If you don't like being on Rumble, you don't want to join the website and all that stuff, then you should join Kick. Kick is just like Twitch, except they have a sense of humor over there. They're not afraid of words and stupid shit like that. But the whole rest of the platform is just like Twitch. So definitely consider that, because I don't know how much longer we're going to be surviving over on Twitch, considering how butthurt they are. They're super butthurt. Viola, there's no commercials. Yeah, that's another thing too. There's no ads on Kick. So definitely consider going to Kick from Twitch, because Twitch sucks ass. And what is up, everyone? Speaking of platforms that suck ass, what's up, everyone over on CommieTube? Happy freedom to you. Let me see your proud patriot girlie. You were first today. What's up, Damon Walker? Happy freedom. What's up, Woodburger Farm? Appreciate you being here. What's up, Nope? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Hooligans Island? Appreciate you. What's up, Spirit Matter? What's up, Corey? What's up, Sam? What are you doing over there? What are you doing, Sam? Tell them how great the website is. What's up, Steve? Happy freedom to you. Sean T, you're omnipresent. Appreciate you. Let me see. What's up, Blue Crow? Happy freedom. What's up, Sanford? Appreciate you being here. What's up, Michelle Jordan? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Rear Wheel? Appreciate you being here. What's up, Andrew? What's up, Sage Pup? What's up, Prince? You guys can hit that thumbs up button over on YouTube as well. It's like a big fuck you to YouTube. Appreciate you, Sage Pup. Let me see. I think we got some shout outs here. Hopefully everyone's here by now. I want to give a huge shout out to Gloria. Thank you so much for the coffees yesterday. Really appreciate it. And thank you so much, Simply Witchy. Thank you for the Cash App. I really appreciate all the support. You hooligans are the best. All right, let's get into things. We're going to be starting off with a video titled Morale Among Border Patrol Will Improve Once Trump Takes Office, says the ex-chief here. And like I was saying in the beginning, we've been covering for the last couple weeks about how Border Patrol, they're about to quit their job. They do not like not being able to do their job. They're not supposed to be Walmart greeters for border crossers coming into the country illegally. They're supposed to be the people who are throwing those assholes on their head on the outside of the fence. Now that Daddy Trump's coming home, they might just decide to stay. They might stay. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you guys really quick of this Hope t-shirt that Alistair put together for us. You can see President Trump's head there. It's super awesome. I love this design. Like I said, it was created by Alistair. He is a badass and very good at what he does. I will drop his link in the chat if you guys choose to hire him. If you can think it, he can create it. He's a badass. This design does come in shirts for men, shirts for women, tank tops for men, tank tops for women, pullover hoodies, zipper hoodies, coffee mugs, stickers, dog tags, and I even made bumper stickers this time. Today I got on the Hooligan 2A t-shirt. We got lots of items and lots of designs over on the merch store. I'll drop the link in the chat while we're watching this first video.
This is former chief of U.S. Border Patrol and retired ICE Director Ron Vitello. Ron, thanks for joining me this morning. Appreciate it.
Good morning, Marky. Thanks for having me.
I just wanted to start off by taking your temperature. You know, we've known about a second Trump term now for just over 24 hours.
Rectally?
His internal reaction to his win sounded like amongst Border Patrol, both past and present.
Well, I think you just talked about it. The morale's going to go way up. We're going to have a commander-in-chief that's going to give the front line of DHS and Border Patrol agents the tools that they need to solve our problems on the southwest border. And you're going to have a commander-in-chief, someone who sits in the White House that knows what they do, is enthusiastic about protecting the border, protecting them, and protecting America. And so, yeah, they're very excited about it. And I'm sure they're looking forward to doing the hard work that it's going to take to get us from where we are to a secure border and safe streets in the United States.
What about conversely? Any idea how migrants are feeling about this win and what it means for them?
Well, when he was elected last time, before he took office, there was a sharp drop in illegal crossings across the southwest border. And most of the time that he was president, we had 45-year lows in activity on the southwest border. This is a market. Think of it as a market. These people respond to incentives. The incentives under the Biden-Harris administration were releases into the United States. Under Trump, those releases ended, and the migrant population will know that that's part of the future with a new president in the Oval Office.
Are you expecting a surge before January 20th, before Trump takes over the Oval Office again?
That's quite likely. That people know, like, again, this is a market. The cartels are going to respond by fooling people or telling them that there's some availability of benefits now that will end when Trump takes office. And so smugglers will take advantage of that. People will be corrupted into, getting into the pipeline. And yeah, there's possibility of a surge before he takes office on January 20th.
Our correspondent Xavier Walton was just live down in Texas. I know you heard his report, talking about everything that Trump has promised, how he's going to make good on those promises. One of the biggest things has been mass deportations, right? I'm just curious from your perspective. It seems like that's easier said than done. How realistic is it, to bring that to fruition when hundreds of thousands of them, if not more, have been lost in the American fold at this point?
Well, there's millions of people who have come into the United States, crossed the border illegally, and now are present amongst us. 70,000 people from China. We know about this terrible gang from Venezuela that's all over the country, wreaking havoc in cities and towns all over America. So something has to be done to correct that problem. And having to find those people, arrest them, and put them on a path for removal is difficult work. It's an operation that will require lots of hands and feet to make it successful. But it also needs to be done. We are taking way too much risk with the thousands and millions of people who have come to the United States. We have very little knowledge about why they're here and what they're capable of on the criminal side, on the terrorism side. Human trafficking is off the charts in the United States. We've got 300,000+ children who were led into the country and released into the United States, and our own government doesn't know where they are. They're at great risk as well.
Just a few seconds left. What do you hope to see on day one from President Trump?
Well, the enthusiasm. Give the front line the tools they need to solve this problem. He did it before, and so I'm looking forward to that happening right away.
We know behind economy, immigration was the second biggest issue that motivated people to the polls this time around. Ron Vitello, thank you so much for joining me on such a big week. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Yup. Border Patrol sounding pretty happy with what's going on here. Can only imagine, like I said, they were talking about quitting. They were like, well, the border's already wide open. Why sit here and let these people in? Might as well just go work at McDonald's. Fuck. Now that I don't have to worry about that kind of stuff, President Trump, he's back. He's willing to put a foot in that ass. He was just saying a week or so ago during one of his live events, I don't know if it was a town hall or a rally or, because he was live 4 times a day for quite a while there. But one of those events, he was talking about how he can't wait to get ICE on everything for this mass deportation. They're going to use the CBP One app. All the data that was collected from using it, that's the app that illegals were using to schedule plane rides into the country and to meet up at the border and get processed quickly and whatever, claiming to be asylum seekers or one of the many titles they gave to illegals that were entering the country and just getting a free path here. Well, a lot of them came through that CBP One app to schedule coming into the country and whatnot. So President Trump had talked about how they were going to use that app to find all those people in order to do the mass deportation, because for a very long time people have been wondering, how are we going to even do the mass deportation if we have undocumented people in the country? How do we know where they are? Well, some of them should still be connected to the CBP One app one way or another, because you have to file information. So they're talking about using that in order to track down the border crossers that are in the country. And then, like I was saying, within a week or so, it was probably about a week ago, President Trump was talking about how he's not worried about the mass deportation because they're going to put ICE on the job. And he described it in a way that MS-13 is ICE's cup of tea, is how he worded it. So he is very confident that we're going to be able to do this mass deportation, which obviously is going to make our country safer. They're attacking our children. They're attacking women. I'm sure they're attacking men, but those are the stories where they're getting shot in the face and then the Americans being arrested and sent to prison for defending their property or defending their family, things like that. So thankfully, common sense is on its way back. And hopefully we'll see things get better around here pretty soon. Now, of course, we got to wait till Inauguration Day, January 20th. We're going to make it. We're going to make it. Gotta have faith. Gotta have faith. We just got to survive this 70 days or whatever, and we're going to be golden. We're so back. Next up, we have, how will Trump's cases move forward once he becomes president? And as far as I know, they can't prosecute a sitting president. So it seems, and they're saying that most, if not all of his cases probably will be dropped, and we all know it's all lawfare. Most of his cases are beyond statute of limitations. A lot of them are in appeals right now because of that kind of stuff. So I assume we're going to see a lot of stuff get turned over. And anything that's in appeals, I assume is going to get turned over, and anything that is pending, I assume is going to get dropped. And like I said in this video, they mentioned that a lot of those cases are going to get dropped, if not all of them. What is going on today? It's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about that last video there with the Border Patrol. Guess, no, I can't even describe it out loud. That's actually against Rumble community guidelines because the nature of that subject. But yeah, that would get the job done quickly. It would. Put a little money out there, like a lottery, like a little lottery. Yeah. We'd solve that border crosser problem real quickly. Let's see. Zero, I hope they broadcast all the trials on live TV and internets. I don't think they're going to hold them. I don't think they're going to hold those court cases. Not against President Trump, anyways. That's what it sounded like. If they do, I still want to hear about the 2020 case. Now, I think that one's getting thrown out, but I really wish they would hold the case because it would be such a red-pilling moment for America to have President Trump show up and defend his claims about the 2020 election, and then also provide evidence because they're trying to prove that he was lying about what happened in 2020, and all he'd have to prove is that it wasn't airtight. It was not 100% accurate, meaning he would have to put forth that evidence that 2020 was not fair. And like I said, that would red pill a lot of Americans right there, but I don't think they're going to hold the case. I think that it's going to get thrown out, and people are going to forget about it. Hopefully, I was saying this yesterday, hopefully President Trump does something about what happened in 2020 and doesn't just look the other way because we got this win right here, because people need to be held accountable for what happened in 2020. I think people should be held accountable for what happened during the plague, for the lockdowns and the mandates and all that stuff. Now, President Trump did mention that he was going to try and get military personnel back in the military who were kicked out because they refused to participate in the mandates, and that they would also be receiving back pay if they chose to go back to their post. So that's definitely something interesting, and I didn't hear Alina Habba making promises like that. So I'm really excited to see what the future is now that we got President Trump back in office. Guess legal sources say that they can't prosecute president-elect because immunity covers. See, and I think one of these videos, they actually say the opposite of that. That president-elect is not the same thing as being a sitting president. But I think there's only 2 cases. It might not even be 2. There's 1 or 2 cases that are supposed to be scheduled between now and before Inauguration Day. But then after Inauguration Day, he's sitting president. And so then they're not going to be able to do anything. But it's all nonsense. You know, it's all nonsense. So I'm not worried about it either way. I'm sure President Trump's not worried about it. We know those cases aren't legitimate. All that. 0, yeah. Yep. I hope they bring it up. A lot of people are pulling that same exact chart out, talking about the numbers and stuff. They're like, how is there so many more numbers in 2020 than in 2024? But 2024 had record turnouts. A lot of people are asking that. The problem with that specific scenario, though, is that look what the Biden administration just did. The Biden administration just came out and said everything was record-breaking. Everything Harris did was record-breaking. Everything Biden did was record-breaking. It was the first time ever in American history for this, that, and the other. And it was all lies. President Trump had the lowest inflation in American history. Americans were making more ever, like as far as take home and all that, ever in American history. We had the safest border ever in American history. And then Biden came out, they opened the border, and they're like, yep, record lows. Record low inflation, everything's record low, everything's record breaking, and because they've watered down that phrase, Americans, they probably will see the number difference between 2020 versus 2024 votes, and people will be like, well, the records, da-da-da, and they're like, yeah, and they're just gonna look past it because that phrase has been watered down. They don't realize that when President Trump says it, it's statistically factual. When the Biden administration says it, well, it's just a part of their feelings again. Reading through. Of course, Cat Daniels is howling now. Happy Freedom, Sam. Oh, you popped in and now you're jumping out. Reading through. Snooks, thumbs up sounds dirty, and that might just be me. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called now, Snooks. It used to be the like button. Now I think they call it the thumbs up button. Pretty soon they'll say thumbs up is racist. They'll just take it off all the platforms. They're going to be like, it's a white supreme pizza symbol. Throwing that thumbs up. You see President Trump? He was doing the thumbs up. Did Hitler do the thumbs up? They're going to bring that kind of stuff up. What's up, Nefties? Happy Freedom to you. And I mean, Alina Habba was the first whore to serve as VP. Was she, though? Was she the first? So I don't know enough about history. I believe you, though. I'll take your word for it. Done. Depends on where the thumb goes. Just saying. I suppose that's true. Puffin stuff. Happy Freedom to you. Another seat, Senate, Republican, 53. Are they still figuring that stuff out? Because I'm seeing videos where some videos are saying that that's still getting figured out, and then I'm seeing other videos where they're saying that Republicans have the majority, and they're not mentioning if they've got all the votes in and all that stuff at this point. Plastic Wax says 2020 was bullshit. Yeah, you are absolutely right. Paul, Hillary still needs to go to jail. I agree. I totally agree. We need accountability. Big time. Nana, it's not over till they fix 2020. And they need to give him his Nobel Peace Prize award, too. What were they going to give President Trump a Nobel Peace Prize for? I miss that somehow. What's up, Bill Clay? Happy Freedom. Ghostly, Secret Service would tell the court that they can't take him, even if they convicted him. Yeah, because Secret Service would have to sit with him. But they said that if President Trump was to sit in prison longer than a year, that he would not be given Secret Service, that he would have to sit there by himself for more than a year. But like I said, I think they're about to drop all these cases, so we won't have to worry about that stuff. What's up, Trump girl? Happy freedom to you. Paul, Biden won in 20. He won without campaigning in 2020, right? That's right. That's what they say. They say he won, but yeah, he factually did not do any. He did no campaigning at all. What's up, Roy? Happy freedom to you. I remember people coming in the chat saying that stuff. They're like, "Oh, you say you're unbiased, but all you cover is Trump rallies." And I was like, "Okay, well, when's the next Biden rally?" Yeah, that's what I thought, because there was no Biden rallies at all. Even when he was running before Hyena Harris took over, he wasn't even really rallying. What's up, MU? What's up, Matthew? Happy freedom. We didn't cover the White House press briefing because I was late today because I had a bunch of stuff I have to do. I am terribly overwhelmed right now with work, but 'tis what it is. I signed up for it. But I did get 3 clips from today's press briefing, so you're not going to miss anything. Most of it's just crying and shit, but I highlighted the good parts. What's up, Energy Woman? Happy freedom. You like the cat spitting coffee? I can't remember where I found that, but I liked it too. That's why I stuck it on there. Cody, the illegals getting notifications. You've been selected to be deported. We'll see. We'll see if they got the notification or not. They'll know when ICE is knocking on the door. They'll know for sure. Trump girl, end birthright citizenship and a lot of the flow will stop. I seen people on X arguing about that today, and I didn't even really realize that was a thing. I mean, I kind of did, but I never really thought about it as a talking point. But apparently, even back in 2016, President Trump was interested in ending natural citizenship through birthright. So if illegals come here and shit out kids, the kids are considered American citizens. And if they change that, then they're all illegals. And it's an interesting situation because that's where the Democrats get the kids in cages phrases from in certain situations, because a lot of it is border crossers come here, they come with kids. You know, these people get detained and stuff like that. But then there's also the situation where illegals come here, they have kids, and then they ship the illegals back. They get deported. But then what do we do with the kids? Because the kids are supposedly citizens of America. So then they end up in foster care. And foster care sucks. It does suck. I was an orphan for a short period of time. I had to go sit at a foster care, and that really sucked. I was like 15, 16 at the time, so I was still like able to defend myself. But it's not a good situation. If they ended that natural citizenship, then they'd all have to go together. You would either come here together or you would leave together. There wouldn't be splitting up families and stuff like that. But it's an interesting situation. But President Trump, since 2016, has had those intentions to end it. I guess it didn't work out when he became president in 2016 because of Congress or something like that. But a lot of people are wondering if it's going to happen this time around, if he's going to end that. Wayward, fuck it. That's why we have Rumble and X. Yeah, see, and I try to tell people, like, get off of those soft platforms. Like, if you're going to watch the news and stuff, don't be on these soft-ass platforms. Because the majority of community guidelines is against the news. It's against popular topics, current events, things like that. You want to go out there and make shit videos or whatever, you're Mr. Beast or whatever, you'd be fine. But when it comes to information and talking about relevant things going on around us, especially with the country, soft platforms like YouTube and Twitch, they can't handle that stuff. Their community guidelines are directly working against that kind of stuff. And so it just kills me, when I see people on YouTube or Twitch and they're like bitching about free speech and stuff. And it's like, you won't even leave the place where it's the most censorship, So that's, I don't know. Don't get me started on the bullshit, but yeah. Yup. DeRosa. Perhaps Biden will... What? I don't know what an anchor baby is. You guys were telling me that. Somebody brought that up before, and I still don't know what it is. We can't talk on it because I don't know what it is. You guys be trying to get me to say bad things. Pag, fuck YouTube and Twitch. That's right. See, and we can't even have those funny emojis over there or anything. That's how bad it is. We can't even upload our funny emojis over there because those platforms won't accept it. Soft. You scared of emojis? Like, come on, man. Ball dropping hot steamers on camera? Man, somebody would watch that. Somebody would watch it. I'm telling you. What's up, Salty Ginger? Happy freedom. Other countries don't allow children citizenship when you birth them there. Why is that bad? Well, and I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm just saying it's something that's being talked about right now. I just don't want to fight that fight. That's the biggest thing, is I just don't want to fight that fight. I don't want to have to argue either side. I could see why either side would feel some type of way about it. But if we don't have illegals coming here, we won't have to worry about that stuff. That's secondary problems, right? The illegals are here, they're shitting out kids. Okay, that's great and all, but if we never let them here, we don't have to worry about where they shit kids out, you know? So I'm not saying that subject is good or bad. I'm saying we need to keep the border crossers out, and then we won't have to worry about that kind of stuff. But it is a popular subject right now. Ball, you're cracking me up right now. Turtle Mom, the kids need to be sent back with them. I kind of think so too, because that's their parents, right? You don't want kids separated from their parents, whether they're illegal or not. The kids belong to them. If they leave, take their kids with them. I mean, that seems like the best outcome to me. You know, I don't want to see kids separated from their families. And like I said, I've been in foster care and it wasn't that fucking great. And I speak the language here. So, yeah, I think it'd be best to keep them all together, wherever they're going. What's up, Dirt Bike Freedom? Happy freedom to you. Spirit Matter, birthright citizenship was a way to give citizenship to former slaves. Interesting. I was like I was saying earlier, I don't even know that much about it. I just see a lot of people talking about it on X right now. Guess I'm making it against the law for illegals to have sex. When the baby pops out, they broke the law. Damn, I should be a lawyer. Yeah, I guess so, but then what do you do with the baby? You got a brand new baby and you just sent the parents to jail. Now tax dollars got to pay for that baby. I don't know. I have confidence President Trump will figure this out. That's why I voted for him. Let's get into this next video here. This is titled, How Will Trump's Cases Move Forward Once He Becomes President? And these next couple of videos kind of have to do with this too. All the news today is circulating around President Trump. It's just the way things are right now. It's kind of like the debates, right? Every time we had a debate for the next couple days or even that whole week, that was kind of all there was to talk about, because it's hard to get news. It blankets everything. But either way, once again, this is How Will Trump's Cases Move Forward Once He Becomes President?
For the first time in U.S. history, an incoming president is facing several criminal cases as well as a conviction. It's all new territory for this country. President Trump is awaiting sentencing and has several cases now pending. However, many of his legal issues could go away once he retakes the oath of office. News Nation anchor Anna Koyman joins us live with more here. Anna, I've been thinking about this for the last 24 hours, how this is going to shake out. What's the likelihood for those cases to move forward now?
Yeah, look, you're right, Marky. It's never happened before. Good morning to you. Good morning to everybody at home. In just one day, Donald Trump went from former president to president-elect, and also perhaps his own judge and jury in a flood of legal challenges.
I want to thank the millions of hardworking Americans.
President-elect Donald Trump is the first convicted felon to win the most powerful job in the world. Will becoming the 47th president be the magic pill for his legal headaches, ranging from federal, state, and civil? Special counsel Jack Smith is reportedly considering winding down 2 federal cases against Trump due to their traditional policy that sitting presidents can't be prosecuted.
It's almost impossible for those cases to move forward once he becomes president. So Jack Smith now can pursue them up to that point.
This means the federal cases regarding efforts to overturn the 2020 election and mishandling documents could all but go away. As for Trump's state cases, Trump's attorneys are expected to argue that sitting presidents have immunity and state prosecutors can't hold them accountable when in office.
There's an understanding that the national interest of being the president of the United States and answering to the people outweighs the necessity of those prosecutions while they're a sitting president. But the threshold question here is going to be whether or not any of those protections actually extend to a president-elect.
And Trump's Trump's civil cases? Well, legal scholars say the same immunity does not apply, and civil plaintiffs in the past have victoriously pursued damages by sitting presidents.
No matter what the next administration throws at us, we're ready. We're ready to respond to their attacks.
So really the bottom line here is that Donald Trump's second term as president will likely help him dodge a whole heap of legal concerns on the criminal side. And there's a chance, Marky, it could also delay or even extinguish some on the civil side as well.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Well, they made sure to take a couple little jabs there at President Trump. He's the first convicted felon to ever become president, blah, blah, blah. Like, totally irrelevant. totally doesn't matter. He's not going to be a convicted felon if these cases get thrown out. You know, they just fail to acknowledge that. Literally talking about the cases being thrown out. The cases that got him the title of being a convicted felon, they get thrown out. He's not a convicted felon. So therefore, their opening statements just make them look like total dumbasses. Because they are. That's what it is, you know. Walks like a duck, talks like a duck. They're out there talking like ducks right now, I'll tell you. Next up, we got Alina Habba, Mrs. Longneck herself. It's titled, Democrats Put Us Through Hell. Talking about the lawfare, talking about these cases potentially being dropped. What they didn't mention in that last video is Jack Smith is either going to be stepping down or he's going to be fired or something. I didn't get official wording on it, but I keep seeing videos talking about how President Trump has mentioned multiple times that he's getting rid of Jack Smith. As soon as he gets into power, he's getting rid of Jack Smith. And because of that, Jack Smith himself is talking about leaving the position, quitting, stepping down, taking a demotion. I don't know exactly what that means. But it sounds like he's going to tuck his tail and run before President Trump gets home, start cracking that ass. So anyways, like I said, we got Alina Habba coming up next. But first, we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about those cases potentially being dismissed. What's up here, Juicer? What's being said? I'm going to figure this out. What's up, Breeze by You? Happy Freedom. What's up, Cassie J? Appreciate you being here. Guess I'm boing? I know. I wonder how much more of Alina Habba we're going to see now that we don't have Trump rallies and stuff. I wonder if she's going to become a part of the White House somehow. Or maybe, well, she'll still be cool with President Trump. Well, I saw a video where they were talking about Laura Loomer becoming an advisor to President Trump at the White House. For some reason, I didn't see that. I didn't know that was going to be a thing. I mean, I know Laura Loomer is always hanging around President Trump and stuff. I didn't know she was going to be a part of his cabinet and all of that. The future is going to be interesting. Breeze by You, they need to be dismissed. Yeah, I think they will. I think if not all of them, most of those charges will be dismissed. But I think 2 of them right now are in appeals. So I assume the appeals will just go through and President Trump will get his money back, you know, like the E. Jean Carroll case, as well as, what was the other one? It's not a hush money case, fraud, where they said that he had defrauded those businesses or whatever. Both of those are in escrow right now. He paid, I don't remember what it was, like $90 million to E. Jean Carroll, and then it was $500,000. I think they dropped it to $250,000 in the fraud case. But both of those are going through appeal, which means that the money's in escrow right now. It hasn't been awarded to anybody. It's expected to be awarded because he was considered guilty. But because of the appeal still being pending, nobody's got the money yet. So I think that if the appeals go through in President Trump's favor, which is what I believe will happen, all that money he had to put up, that $250,000 and then the $90 million or whatever it was, that's going to go back to President Trump, and those people will just have to eat shit. Now, in the fraud case, he didn't even defraud anybody. Everybody he had got money from said he was great. I don't know what you call a person that is taking a loan out from you, because I've never done that. But they said as that kind of person, someone receiving a loan, he was fantastic. So it's not like he actually frauded anybody anyway. But E. Jean Carroll, she could eat shit. You know, she was on The View or whoever and say, oh, I'm going to buy you a McMansion and you're getting a new yacht and blah, 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 blah. Like, nah, I don't know. She thought she was Oprah for a couple seconds there. Snooks, yeah. Yep. I believe so. I think he's going to get all that money back. The appeal has to go through, though, and I assume it will. Alistair, I think it's interesting. Convicted by a jury of peers. Trump's peers just elected him president. So those 12 people said guilty and 70 million Americans said not guilty. That's right, Alistair. And I think it's about to turn out that way, too. I think that's what's going to happen. They're going to drop those charges. And man, those Dems, they're going to really think he is a dictator because they're too damn stupid to understand how laws work and stuff. They just do what they're told, and then they walk around try to tell everybody else what to do. Americans don't like being told what to do, and eventually those commie Democrat voters will understand that. Or they'll kill themselves off because they're just so hell-bent on being addicted to drugs and killing babies and stuff like that, cutting their wieners off. You know, the normal Democrat stuff. Energy Woman, Shakespeare was right when he said the first thing we need to do is call all the lawyers. Is that how it goes? Is that how it goes? I don't know Shakespeare, but that sounds about right. Sounds about right. Energy Woman, it's me and you. We're the only ones that use that emoji. I've never seen anybody else use it. What's up, Enchanted Girl? Happy freedom to you. Appreciate you joining us. What's up, Kicks? What's up, Dual Helix? Marsh, Reid Hoffman gave E. Jean Carroll millions already. Who is that? Who's Reid Hoffman? E. Jean Carroll, she just be scamming everybody out of money? Is that what's going on? Jay Tyler, he was falsely charged anyways. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like we were saying in the beginning, most of those charges are beyond statute of limitations and all that. So they should have never been brought. It was a waste of tax dollars. It was a waste of everybody's time. And all it did was create bad publicity for President Trump, which, you know, they're kind of saying that that's why he won, is because of all that damn publicity. But it just put a permanent image in the Democrat minds that he's some bad person or whatever. And that's really all that happened, other than wasting time and money. What's up, FEMA Region? Happy freedom to you. What are you guys talking about? Monkeys eating faces and stuff? No, that's not gonna happen. Maybe, I don't know. I don't be hanging out at zoos and stuff, you know. What's up, Megan? Happy freedom to you. Zupia, lock up Letitia. She's real quiet. We got her in a video that's coming up. She's real quiet. Puffin 43 lab monkeys escaped a lab in one of the Carolinas. Oh. Yeah, that's no good. That's no good. Them things are dangerous. Paul, Trump's DOJ pay back some motherfucker. Yep. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Because President Trump had an opportunity to arrest Hillary Clinton, and he decided not to because he thought the optics would look bad. But after all that lawfare that they just put him through, it's going to be interesting to see what it's like once President Trump is back in the White House. I can't wait for all the shit talking. I love hearing President Trump do all that shit talking. Love it. And now that he's going to be in the White House, he's going to be so on fire with it. I can't wait. What's up, Giggling Spy? Happy freedom to you. Dutton, two illegals can't make a citizen. I don't care what they shit out. I mean, that sounds about right. Right, Dutton. Yep. West Side Girl, they've been unburdened by what has been. Yes. They're ungrateful. They're ungrateful. We kicked them. Old Man Walter and Hyena Harris kicked them out of office. They were terrible. The Dems are just damn ungrateful. Mars Trump attorney Alina Habba wrote a letter to the U.S. District Judge Lewis Kaplan on Thursday that Carroll failed to disclose that she received legal funding from Hoffman. Interesting, Marsh. I didn't know that. Thank you for letting me know. Energy Woman, accidentally released. Yeah, exactly. What's up, Santamp? Happy freedom. Have you seen the new monument in Washington, D.C.? It's Nancy Pelosi's desk with a big pile of shit on top of and a plaque on the back from Donald Trump. I put it on X. Yeah, we covered it. We covered it a couple days ago. Yeah, it's nonsense. They're trying to act like they don't know who made it and all that stuff. DeRosa, woohoo! Can't wait to get a proper first lady back. That's right. You don't like Doug Emhoff and all that, and Jill Handler and all that? You don't like those guys? Come on, man. What's up, Gen X? Happy freedom. Retro, can Elon balance the budget? Maybe a surplus? They're saying that Elon's going to find $2 trillion of overspending in the government, and that is going to boost our economy. That's what they're saying. That's their prediction. We'll see how things roll once they actually get in the White House. Oh, well, new Subaru. You got a new Subaru? Lord knows I can't afford a new Subaru. Lone Wolf Hair is going back to work. Willie Brown. Oh, yeah, she's going to be working with all kind of Willies after this. That's all she's got left. What's up, Clar? Happy freedom. Lone Wolf, not convicted if not found guilty. It's true. Mad Lad, think if Alex Jones became press secretary, it'd be so good. It'd be so good. I don't know who the expected press secretary is going to be. Some people were saying that Ramaswamy would be good, and I think he would be too. He's a smooth talker. What's up, Donald? Happy freedom. Salty Ginger, Elon needs to work with Jim Jordan on this. Jim Jordan constantly comes into chambers with charts and common sense about budgets and department spending. Yeah, Salty Ginger. I'm sure he will. I mean, someone's got to tell Elon what's going on. He's not going to be able to walk in and just look at charts and shit. You know, he's going to need somebody to kind of take him under his wing and be like, hey, look at this, look at that. We got this kind of stuff going on. I'm sure Jim Jordan would be a good person to do that with. Jim Jordan, he's a badass. What's up, True Crazy? Happy freedom. No worries, True Crazy. Guess I'm Tucker Carlson for press secretary. He'd be so awesome. He'd come out and do that giggle and not just sit here and laugh for the whole press briefing. I don't know why, but Tucker Carlson giggling just makes me laugh. I can't not laugh. It's like hearing a fart in the movie theater or something. It's like you just gotta laugh at it. You cannot laugh at it. It's un-American if you don't laugh at it. You know, I'm just saying. Anyways, we got Alina Habba coming up. Once again, this is titled Democrats Put Us Through Hell. I know you guys missed that long neck, so I figure I put it right on the schedule. Go ahead and hit that like button over on Rumble. Let's get this rolling.
The DOJ can't prosecute a sitting president, so all of Biden-Harris's federal cases against Trump about to go kaput. And the state cases looks like they're on ice for quite a while. Oh, and by the way, Joe Biden just invited Trump to the White House. They're going to have a nice sit down and chat together, as is the tradition after the election. Congrats, Donald. I would have beaten you again, by the way. Nice win, but I might need your help with Hunter. Looking for a pardon, maybe a job. Senior Trump advisor Alina Habba joins me now. So you were there last night. How did it feel?
I don't have words. I truly don't have words. I'm always and you can tell from my voice.
You and Sage lost it.
That I lost it. I mean, I was sitting with the president. I was right behind him, watching the results come in. Elon Musk was there. It was very surreal. You know, you have a moment where you say, wow, you know, I started as his lawyer, Jesse, and I'm very realistic and humble. I'm grateful for this journey, but I can tell you, it's been a journey.
Yeah.
And they've put us through hell. And to hear them say The View, and not to be negative, but to hear the commentary, you know, we should be ready to protest. We should fight. You know, I can't stop but think, then are we going to say you're an insurrectionist if people actually do what you say. You know, we've fought so hard, and I think that their tactics backfired on them. I think they know that. I think we got voters out because they're tired of this rhetoric. They're tired of a divisive America. And they realize that President Trump is the one that actually loves America first. And last night was the most special. It truly was a special night. I can tell you that. I'm honored.
Well, you should be. Really, the campaign began with the raid. You know, once they raided his house and rummaged through Melania's drawers, I mean, that was it. The country, all the Republicans everywhere came out and supported this guy because it was just so atrocious to treat someone like that, especially a former president. But your rival is just so disgusting. And since then, the battles that have been waged and the bullets that have been dodged, it's just extraordinary. The legal war is over, we believe, right?
Yeah, it's over. Look, the reality of the situation is every case that should never have been brought will be dropped, should be dropped. We see the DOJ calling for them to be dropped. We see the DOJ turning on their own like they did with Joe Biden, saying that Jack Smith should step down. You know, they lost the election for them. I truly believe that. I think that the Lawfare people having statements today like Hochul and Letitia James, the narcissism, it's got to go. So America's tired of it, and I think they said that in the polls. These cases need to be dropped. We need to move on. America needs to heal.
Yeah, fresh start. We could all use it, and so could your voice.
Fresh start.
Go have a great night and celebrate again if you want to.
It's all right. It was worth it, Jesse.
I bet. Thanks so much, Alina. Click here.
Well, Alina Habba saying what we're saying. Cases probably will be dropped. Most of them will be dropped, if not all of them will be dropped. And then, like I was just talking about a little bit ago, they're saying that Jack Smith is either going to step down or he's going to disappear. He's going to leave before President Trump gets home because, well, it's not going to be good for him starting all that nonsense and whatnot. Hopefully we continue seeing Alina Habba as well as everybody else from the Trump team. It's been a crazy 4 years covering all the rallies and town halls and all that. I'm used to seeing those individuals, hearing them speak, hearing them being interviewed, looking forward to hearing the things that they have to say, being so close to President Trump. And so it's kind of weird thinking that we may not see Alina Habba interviews and stuff happening in the future because President Trump, he's won it. He's won it. We'll see how things turn out, though. Next up, we got super butthurt Letitia James asked for comment on accusations she basically revived Trump through prosecution. So basically, like what Alina Habba was just saying, that she thinks that they're the reason that the Democrats lost the case there is because they were doing all that lawfare. And what regular people understand is the threat of going to jail. And so sending President Trump to jail for things that he didn't do, things that he did 30, 40 years ago, maybe could have sort of happened, maybe kind of, but there was no witnesses, no proof. Americans don't like that kind of shit. Nobody wants to go to jail for something they didn't do. Nobody wants to go to jail even for shit they did do. So threatening to put President Trump in jail for stupid reasons really rattled Americans. And of course the Dems, they enjoyed it because they're just fucking stupid. But I believe, like Alina Habba was just saying, probably had to do with a good portion of the downfall of the Democrats. Either way, we're going to read through the chat really quick before getting on to Letitia James. That Letitia James video is fairly short, but it's still worth watching. Either way, we're going to read through the chat really quick, and then we'll get on to her being super butthurt. Sure crazy. M16s. ARs? These are ARs, bud. They are the M4 platform. That's the best way to call it. The M4 platform. Zero, you got a 2A sticker on your Jeep? That's badass. I got this in the shirt and in the tank top and in the hoodie. Actually, when I went to vote, this was the design right here on my chest. Now it's on the back. If you get the zipper hoodie, this design is on the back. But when we originally released that design, it was on the left part of, the zipper hoodie and all that. So when I went to vote, it was over my chest, and I kept seeing those old ladies eyeballing it because I think they were going to try and figure out if they could make me take my hoodie off and all that stuff. But they weren't going to like it because I had this design on underneath. So either way, they were getting hit with hooliganism as I was walking in. They enjoyed it. Russell, I'm gonna miss Habba. Well, hopefully she'll stick around. Hopefully, I don't know what exactly she could do for the White House because she's already got her own career going on, but hopefully she'll stick around. Zero Obamas flew out yesterday, did they? They probably needed to hold Joe and Hyena Harris's hand for a little bit. Michael and Barack out there. It's reading through. Russell, the Harris concession speech was the Hillary Clinton concession speech. I've never heard that. I never heard Hillary say anything when she was running. I didn't pay attention to politics back then, but President Trump's always been funny. So I've always kind of listened to President Trump prior to supporting him as becoming president and all of that, because even when we were covering the riots and stuff, I wasn't supporting President Trump. I just didn't care about politics. I wasn't supporting anybody. I was just watching America burn because of Democrats. But yeah, President Trump's always been funny. So I've always heard clips and stuff from him, but I don't listen to Hillary. Not until we start covering politics. Anytime her voice would sound off, I would just close my ears. Just tuck my ears in, just not be able to listen to that voice. Heck yeah, True Crazy. We're going to eat steak tonight. Sounds awesome. Breeze by you, I can't believe how tall Barron is. Isn't Barron like 6'9" or something like that? I wonder if he likes basketball. He'd be in a good spot to be playing some basketball. Seeing Barron Trump out there dominating on the court, making LeBron James cry and shit. He cries all the time anyway. Matt, Carrie Lake is a news broadcaster. She would make the best press secretary. Oh, I agree. I don't think she would do it because she's running for Congress right now, which is pretty good. She didn't get the seat, though, now that I'm thinking about it. They gave it to the other guy. Well, yeah, I guess they should make her press secretary if she's not going to be Congress. That's a good idea, Matt. Zero, I wore my Jeff Mac Trump mugshot shirt to go vote. It was covered by my jacket, but I still wore it. That's badass, Zero. Snooks, you look very handsome in that t-shirt. Thank you, Snooks. I appreciate the compliment. Alistair, they were trying to get Jeff to strip. They've been getting advice from Snooks. See, I was thinking it was kind of familiar. The way they were looking at me and stuff, I was wondering. Breeze by you, I wore my American flag shirt. That's awesome. Guess I read that Carrie Lake's seat is still under challenge. Interesting. I don't know how she's not getting voted in. That doesn't make any sense to me. Not at all. Carrie Lake is a badass. I've never heard anyone say anything bad about her at all. Not at all. I've never heard one thing about Carrie Lake that was bad. I don't even hear Democrats talking bad about her. So I just can't believe that she's not getting voted in. Which makes me think that things aren't fair. Snugs Barron 6'10"? Holy. What are they feeding him? What are they feeding him? Paul, Lake is based as fuck. Yeah. Terry Lake, she's awesome. Anytime I've seen her speak, it's always been solid message. But when she gets out there in front of reporters and stuff, she might be even spicier than President Trump. She calls him out for being fake and twisting words and stuff like that. And I like that. That's accountability right there, right? Do it right in front of everybody. Hold people accountable. You know, and it means more to do it in front of people than to do it behind closed doors and shit like that. I like that Carrie Lake is spicy and calls them out. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand how she wouldn't, how is she not getting voted in? Appeal to heaven. Mine was a fight for freedom cutoff. Heck yeah. We made it happen. Made President Trump president again. What's up, Kirk Allen? Happy freedom. Barron won't join the NBA because they're all owned by... What is it? Oh, yeah. No, I figured he wouldn't join NBA. All the sports stuff is rigged. All that stuff is rigged. It's all orchestrated. It might as well be wrestling. That's why I don't watch any of that stuff. I just think it'd be entertaining to see a Trump on the court out there dunking, hitting threes and stuff. I just think that would be very entertaining. Wayward, teabagging Bronny, yes. He probably likes that stuff, man. Didn't LeBron hang out with Diddy? He probably likes that stuff. Mm-hmm. Libby Racer, Sasquatch is 8 feet. Well, it's not a competition, Libby Racer. 6'10" is crazy. I can't believe Barron's that tall. Appeal to having one tall boy for sure. Absolutely. It's unbelievable. Like when they came out after President Trump won, Barron was the tallest one on the stage. Taller than everybody. He's always looking down at people. All judgmental and stuff. Love that. Love that. What's up, Hidu? Happy freedom. Paul, Kayla McEnany for press secretary. Love her. Was she the original press secretary? Marsh, bring back Kayla. Okay, yep. Who's she with now? She's with Fox and them, right? What's up, Lifelike? Happy freedom to you. Lifelike, we've been fighting so long and now we won. We still need to fight, but no rallies. Feels odd. It is. It is very weird to not have scheduled rallies and stuff going on later. But once he gets in the White House, I assume we will have lots of White House events, and there'll be official White House events with President Trump. It won't just be right side broadcasting and stuff, which, you know, right side broadcasting is great and all, but it'll be official White House events going on. And I think we'll see a boost in numbers and stuff like that because the normies want to see what's coming out of the White House. It's going to be President Trump. It's going to be awesome. Trump girl, he's so deserving. Yes. Dual Helix, a dozen button shirts. You guys are zoomed in on the screen. Licking Alina Habba's face through the phone. You hooligans. What's up, Rappy? Happy freedom to you. Bobby, who's connected to Diddy? I scrolled so far back, I'm not sure what we were talking about back here. That's what she said. Zupia, Trump trashes on Kayla after going to Fox. He won't bring her back. Well, Libby Racer, Kayla's a little spinner. Oh, really? See, I didn't see any of the old press briefings. When President Trump was president, before, we didn't cover press briefings. We were covering riots. So I never even got to see a Kayla McEnany press briefing. What's up, High Toe? Happy freedom. DeRosa, tall boys and long necks. I need a beer. Yeah, me too, DeRosa. Maybe that's why it's, you know, subliminal messaging here. Mm-hmm. V7, Kayla will be doing a regular on Gutfeld. Is she like joining up with that show? Is she on Fox and Friends right now? I know she's on Fox. I'm not sure exactly what show. We cover her every once in a while. What's up, Spicy Peach? Happy freedom. Salty Ginger. Oh, you're talking to Hooligans Island. What's up, Baldy Rocks? Happy freedom to you. I thought Alex Jones already formally accepted the press sec job. Did he? I haven't heard of an official press secretary yet, but that doesn't mean I didn't miss it. Maybe I missed it. Steve Candace for press secretary. Yeah, that'd be all right. I wish she was a little bit more transparent. She'd probably be good at it, though. She's pretty fierce. What's up, Bombay Man? Happy freedom. Lone Wolf, word has it that Elon bought Fox. Oh, I don't think so, but that would be interesting. Clark Tyson for press secretary. I'd love to see them journalists talking shit to him. Yeah, that would be hilarious. Yeah, but think about Mike Tyson talking about White House official activity and stuff. He's out there using big words with a lisp and all that. It would be so entertaining. You got him out there in a big suit and all that. calling on reporters. They're like, Iron Mike, can we get a question here? Blah blah. He's like, shut up. Throwing haymakers and shit. Nah, nobody would show up to the press pool. They'd be all scared. What's up, James? Happy freedom to you. What are you saying? Hold on, let me see this. Hooligans Island, Kid Rock for press secretary. That would be something. That would be pretty entertaining too. I'm just saying. What's up, BM? Happy freedom to you. Midwest, Roseanne for press secretary. Make political incorrectness a thing again. Well, that's definitely the first step to do it. She has said some very controversial stuff. She's been hanging out quite a bit lately. I mean, it died down a little bit, but she was showing up at those Trump rallies and all that. But she said something crazy about the Holocaust, and ever since then, I haven't been putting her on the screen. I mean, she hasn't been that relevant to put on the screen, but after that, she's become very controversial. So yeah, her being press secretary, we'd get that political correctness out here in a quickness. Zero, Alex Jones just put out this post on X that he formally accepts the offer to serve as President Trump's new press secretary, standing in front of his truck while holding a big ass gun. Hold on, let me see here. I think I'll be able to show this without YouTube throwing too much of a damn fic, since it's an image and not a video. Let's get that out of the way. So this is how it goes, huh? Formally accept the offer to serve as President Trump's new press secretary. Yes. Badass. Well, let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. We would never miss a press briefing if it was like that. He comes out in his suit and turn of the freaking frogs gang. Yep. Good stuff. White House YouTube channels getting strikes every week and stuff. YouTube, I don't know what YouTube's gonna do. Not with Trump's White House. I don't know what they're gonna do. Cry really hard, I guess. Anyways, let's see where we are in the schedule here. Oh yes, Letitia James being extra butthurt. Letitia James asked for comment on accusations that she basically revived Trump through prosecution. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you guys really quick, if you would like to participate in Free Speech Saturday, make sure you post all of your memes over on Discord or on jeffmaclive.com. Just hop in the group chats on either platform. You'll see the tabs labeled memes. Drop what you got and we'll shout you out as we're making Saturdays more fun. Let's get this pulled up. Letitia James. It's a short one. It's a short one. I know she looks a little bit like a pug or whatever, but that's okay. We're not going to have a whole lot of time here with her. She's super butthurt. Super butthurt. Let's get this rolling. Don't forget, hit the thumbs up button over on Rumble.
A spokesman for Andrew Cuomo today said that you basically revived Donald Trump when he was politically no longer a factor by pursuing some of the cases against him. I'm just wondering what your response to that.
No response to comments from the former governor.
Sam? You mentioned that civil case that's on appeal. Your lawyer's got some pretty tough questions from the appellate judges. What did you make of that?
So again, we anticipate a decision from the appellate division, but as you know, at that point there will be an appeal to the Court of Appeals, an appeal to the New York State Court of Appeals. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Letitia James, she ain't got a whole lot to say right now. She knows she's on the list, trying to go after President Trump the way she did, and now President Trump, he's coming back into power. Her ass is cooked. Next up we have Biden addresses well, let's just get into this. Let's just get this over with. So old man Walter, he spoke earlier today. I don't know if you guys know that. He's still around for now. So he did look at this. You ever seen an action shot like that, old man Walter? Look at that. Moving fast. Moving so fast he has to grimace while he's doing it. Anyways, this is old man Walter addressing the nation. He's out there acknowledging that President Trump's the man. He just won Alina Habba. She's got bruises on her knees and no kind of track record worth bragging about. He's carefully coping to President Trump's win, but he's still lustful for MAGA butts. He does kind of have a little bit of violent rhetoric kind of stuff. Not so much like I was saying earlier. You know, Alina Habba, she said fight like 40 times in her little speech she did admitting that she lost to President Trump. She was saying you need to continue the fight, you need to make sure your voices are heard, and kind of outlining that she wants people to go out there and protest and get mad and burn shit down and whatever, because they're mad that President Trump won. Old man Walter, he didn't have so much that same message. He was like, yeah, you should, still do what you're going to do, but, whatever's whatever. He seems pretty cool that President Trump won. I'm kind of surprised he didn't come out with a MAGA hat. Still waiting on that endorsement. I don't care if it's late or not. We will accept it at this point. Either way, we got 7 minutes, old man Walter. I didn't want to cut it up because I wanted you to hear it all in context. It's a whole bunch of Trump won and we're sad about it. So let's get this rolling. Like I said, hit that thumbs up over on Rumble.
Prosecution. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Oh yeah, they forget to shut off the clap track, so for 45 seconds they clap.
Good to see this cabinet and the staff together here.
Like, it's literally a clap track. You can hear it looping.
Thank you. Please. Thank you. It's good to see you all. Particularly good to see my granddaughter sitting in the front row here. Hi, Finn. How are you, honey? For over 200 years, America has carried on the greatest experiment in self-government in the history of the world. And that's not hyperbole, that's a fact. We're the people. The people vote and choose their own leaders, and they do it peacefully. And we're in a democracy. The will of the people always prevails. Yesterday, I spoke with President-elect Trump to congratulate him on his victory. And I assured him that I'd direct my entire administration to work with his team to ensure a peaceful and orderly transition. That's what the American people deserve. Yesterday, I also spoke with Vice President Harris. She's been a partner and a public servant. She ran an inspiring campaign, and everyone got to see something that I learned early on to respect so much, her character. She has a backbone like a ramrod. She has great character, true character. She gave her whole heart and effort, and she and her entire team should be proud of the campaign they ran. The struggle for the soul of America, since our very founding, has always been an ongoing debate and still vital today. I know for some people, it's a time for victory, to state the obvious. For others, it's a time of loss. Campaigns are contests of competing visions. The country chooses one or the other. We accept the choice the country made. I've said many times, you can't love your country only when you win. You can't love your neighbor only when you agree. Something I hope we can do, no matter who you voted for, is see each other not as adversaries, but as fellow Americans. Bring down the temperature. I also hope we can lay to rest the question about the integrity of the American electoral system. It is honest, it is fair, and it is transparent. And it can be trusted, win or lose. I also hope we can restore the respect for all our election workers who busted their necks and took risks at the outset. We should thank them. Thank them for staffing voting sites, counting the votes, and protecting the very integrity of the election. Many of them are volunteers who do it simply out of love for their country. And as they did their duty as citizens, I will do my duty as president. I'll fulfill my oath, and I will honor the Constitution. On January 20th, we'll have a peaceful transfer of power here in America.
Or else.
Supporters, cabinet members, all the people who've been hanging out with me for the last 4 years, God love you, as my mother would say. Thank you so much. You put so much into the past 4 years. I know it's a difficult time. You're hurting. I hear you and I see you. But don't forget all that we accomplished. It's been a historic presidency. Not because I'm president, because what we've done, what you've done. A presidency for all Americans. Much of the work we've done is already being felt by the American people, but the vast majority of it will not be felt over the next 10 years. We have legislation we passed that's just only now just really kicking in. We're going to see over $1 trillion worth of infrastructure work done, changing people's lives in rural communities and communities that are in real difficulty because it takes time to get it done. And so much more. It's going to take time, but it's there. The road ahead is clear, assuming we sustain it. There's so much we can get done and will get done based on the way the legislation was passed. And it's truly historic. You know, we're leaving behind the strongest economy in the world. I know people are still hurting, but things are changing rapidly. Together, we've changed America for the better. Now we have 74 days to finish the term, our term. Let's make every day count. That's the responsibility we have to the American people. Look, folks, you all know it in your lives. Setbacks are unavoidable, but giving up is unforgivable. Setbacks are unavoidable, but giving up is unforgivable. We all get knocked down. But the measure of our character, as my dad would say, is how quickly we get back up.
Stuck it right in his breathing room.
A defeat does not mean we are defeated. We lost this battle. The America of your dreams is calling for you to get back up. That's the story of America for over 240 years and counting. It's a story for all of us, not just some of us. The American experiment endures. We're going to be okay, but we need to stay engaged.
Coping.
We need to keep going. And above all, we need to keep the faith. I'm so proud to have worked with all of you. I really mean it. I sincerely mean it. God bless you all. God bless America. And may God protect our troops. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Why was old man Walter blowing kisses at me? What the hell? Well, I forgot about that part of the video. Holy. Blowing kisses. He's going to miss me. He's going to miss me. That's alright. It's nice to be missed. Like I said, not so much violent rhetoric like Hyena Harris saying fight 40 times during her concession speech and all of that. Old man Walter, lustful for the MAGA butts still. Next up, we got the White House press briefing. I'm not going to make you sit through an hour and 10 minutes of her nonsense. But I did grab 3 highlights out of it. Most of them are questions about, hey, is President Trump still a threat to democracy? Because you're over here talking about peaceful transfer of power and like everything's all great. But last month, he was Hitler. And so, of course, that got her goose cooked. And at the end, this third highlight, Jackie from Fox, still the same, kind of asking similar questions, but apparently there's something going around where the Democrats are blaming the plague for the loss. And I'm not exactly sure. Maybe I'm misinterpreting that. But Jackie asked something along those lines that Dems are not blaming themselves for losing against President Trump, which is, you know, kind of expected. But they're blaming the lockdowns. They're blaming the plague. And I don't understand how that works because we ain't had to deal with that in a while. So I don't really know. But the questioning from Jackie from Fox pressed KJP so much that she stormed out of the press briefing room. It ended the press briefing. All of that's coming up next. We're going to play all 3 clips back to back. I don't have them cut out or anything, so we're going to be jumping around the press briefing live video that's obviously not live anymore. It's coming up next, but first, we're going to read through the chat and see what you hooligans think about old man Walter. It wasn't his farewell speech, but it almost sounded like it, didn't it? Holy, Alistair, that's badass. Alistair, I will be writing you back after the live. I got too busy earlier today, but I saw that you wrote me. Look at that, hooligans. You bigots. It's so awesome. It's so awesome. Reading through. Sure crazy shit. I'm gonna lose my bigot title. No, we made t-shirts. You just gotta get a t-shirt now. That way everyone could know. You need a t-shirt and business cards. Sure crazy. Hi, I'm your neighborhood bigot. You just hit me up if you need it. Do birthdays, weddings. Hair juicer. I don't know if I can say that out loud without making people mad. But good luck to you, hair juicer. Business realignment. It's better than being the cause of safety meetings. Sort of. Sort of. Russell, I have faith that the next 4 years will be awesome. That's right, Russell. That is right. What is today? Today's Thursday. I was wondering if we were going to have a voice chat today. Voice chat tomorrow. Breeze by you. Bye, old man Walter. Breeze by you. You lost the war, bud. He doesn't even know what's going on. He's going back to watch TV and eat ice cream. Zero, is that Peanut the squirrel chirping in the background? All the squirrels, they're all on alert right now during Hyena Harris's speech yesterday. There's a squirrel checking out everything, ran across the stage there. They're on alert. They know what's going on. Alistair, translation is change takes time. Everything Trump will do for the next 4 years, we're going to take credit for it. Absolutely. Absolutely. They already say that about President Trump's last term. They're like, oh, you dumb MAGA people. Everything you celebrate about President Trump was actually what Obama did. You're right, Alistair. It is absolutely going to be that way. Every great thing that President Trump is about to do will be awarded to old man Walter. Let's see. Sure crazy, hear me out. If that was your dad or grandpa, you'd be pissed. Yeah, I mean, we've talked about old man Walter being abused and stuff. It doesn't seem so bad now. When he was campaigning, it wasn't looking good. Jill Handler was like dragging him around and shoving him on stage, and he's obviously not well. They had him all over the country or outside of the country and stuff. Where were they? They were in France or something for like the World War II veterans, and he crapped his pants and had to be escorted off of the event grounds because, they had to wipe old man Walter and stuff. Yeah, it's not good that they're abusing old man Walter, but maybe it's a part of his hell, because what goes around comes around, and people know that he's been about bad things for a long time, so maybe it's karma coming back around. But no, I don't condone elderly abuse in any kind of fashion. Zero, where's Walls? Been missing for a while. I was kind of thinking that too. I ain't seen Walls in a minute. How come he didn't show up when Harris conceded? J.D. Vance was there when President Trump won. Why wouldn't Walls be there when Harris lost? Busy with horses, I guess. Breeze by you, Walls is drowning his sorrows in the horse barn. Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. Told to care, he seems better now. Just a thought. Maybe they drugged him. Well, I think he's just not working that much. I mean, he's barely live. He's barely alive. He's barely live on TV. He's not campaigning. What's he doing? He's not even talking to world leaders. World leaders are excited that President Trump had just won the presidential election, and they're already talking about doing talks and stuff from Mar-a-Lago, just talking with him as president-elect. And President Trump said that is for the Russia-Ukraine war, he's going to try and get that settled as president-elect. So before January 20th, he's already talking about doing presidential stuff. So I think old man Walter's just on his way out. They're probably hands off with him now. He's probably just wandering around the White House naked, eating ice cream and sniffing kids and whatnot. There's just not a lot on the schedule. You know what they say about retired people? They don't live very long. because they don't have a purpose anymore. So when people retire, their lifespan shortens big time because there's no demand. There's no need to get up and go to work anymore. And then you just fade away. And so I wonder how things are going to go. What's up, Craig? Happy freedom. Craig, I'm not going to read that out loud. It's going to put me in a spot here. Giggling Spy, the lamest duck ever. Kirk Allen, what's the deal with Twitch? We got suspended on Twitch yesterday for 30 days because they claimed that I was targeting an individual and using hate speech. Obviously, I was not doing that. But I think the trolls were mass reporting my Twitch, so I've been telling everybody, if you have a membership with Twitch, they're about to cancel your membership. They're going to wipe my members off of my Twitch account because I was suspended for 30 days. It's the kind of suspension I got that fucked me. Because you're supposed to get like a 2-week suspension, then a 30-day suspension, then you're looking at a permanent suspension. But I didn't get a 2-week suspension because they think that I was targeting somebody with hate speech or something like that. Like it says in the email that I was targeting another live streamer or something like that. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense because I didn't do it. And so we've been suspended for 30 days. They're going to wipe all my members off the account. So anybody that's got a membership on Twitch, it's not going to renew, I guess. And they're trying to neuter my account. So anybody that watches on Twitch, they should actually go to Kick, because Kick is identical to Twitch, except Kick's not soft and stupid. And I guess there's no ads. So you'd get more out of the membership. I'd get more out of the membership. We'd all be able to continue walking forward and not have to worry about Twitch's goofy community guidelines. It's been 3 years on Twitch or something. Never been punished except for when Kyle did what Kyle does best. That was the only time I got punished on Twitch, is for showing Kyle shooting people. But the only other thing I've had on Twitch is copyright bullshit. I showed President Trump's town hall when he was on CNN, but it was shown on cable TV. So Twitch gave me a copyright strike. But after, I think it was a year passed, and they took that strike away, which was good. But this is the first time I'm receiving punishment from Twitch, and I didn't even do anything wrong. So anybody that watches on Twitch, chances are your membership's not going to be renewed according to the email I got. So if you would like to continue being a hooligan and you don't want to be a part of jeffmaclive.com or Rumble, the next best thing is joining Kick. $37, bunch of leaking bottom surgeries over there anyways. Yeah, 37 is very liberal on Twitch. Even their ads, when everybody was getting jabbed up, they had advertisements with pregnant people, and they were like, well, why did you get jabbed up? Well, I took the experimental bullshit for my baby, blah, 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 with these like black and white videos and stuff, all dramatic, and I don't know. It's just, Twitch is the way Twitch is. The only reason we even went to Twitch is because I started getting censored on YouTube. I was trying to get monetized during the riots and stuff, and I kept getting copyright shit because a car would drive by playing music, and all of a sudden I'm getting a copyright strike. Well, if you're pending for monetization, you get a copyright flag. Although it's not a strike, it will prevent you from becoming monetized. So I was applying for monetization and only going live on Twitch just for waiting for monetization. Then after I got monetized, I started getting strikes on YouTube for various reasons. Most of it medical misinformation, because that's what the White House told YouTube to suspend patriots for, is medical misinformation. Censor Americans and call it medical misinformation. That's what happened. While that was going on, I didn't want to not be live. And so when I would get suspended on YouTube, we would be live on Twitch. Eventually, I figured out how to go live on both platforms at the same time. And ever since then, we've just been live on all platforms. But like I said, this is the first time I've been punished by Twitch, and chances are this isn't going to be the only thing. So it is what it is. Zero, clip it and post it on Twitch. I can't even access Twitch. Look, I'll show you guys what it looks like. That's it. When I go to Twitch, that's it. I can't access the account. I can't do anything. It just tells me to log in. Like that link, if you could see the top of the screen, that link is directly from my channel. But instead it shows me the login screen. My account doesn't exist right now because I'm in a suspension. That's the thing about when you get targeted, you get censored online, you're gone. You're ghosted. I found ways to get around it on YouTube that I haven't told anybody, but people have noticed. because you can edit things on YouTube. Even if you're suspended, you can edit things. So if you want to change a title or something, maybe get some information to people looking for you, you can. But on Twitch, they kick you outside of the arena. You can't even go inside. So I can't write anything on Twitch. Totally silenced. What's up, Muskie Boss? Happy freedom. Stoner, Twitch does that. Yeah, Twitch sucks. Dual Helix, X put up with me for a while. I wish X would fix their chat. Their chat kind of sucks. Hito, it doesn't even let you view the content on Twitch? No, I'm kicked out. I'm kicked out. I can't see shit on Twitch. Maybe if I pull the app up. Maybe. But Twitch is really big about tracking you. If you have a VPN and you hide your IP address, they won't let you watch anything. All the videos will just be black screens. They'll only let you watch content on Twitch if they can track your information. And I didn't find that out until I got a VPN, but then a VPN was interfering with the live stream because VPNs aren't fast and you have to have fast internet to live stream. And so that's how I actually found that out. Twitch is rough. Twitch is rough stuff. I don't normally bitch about it because they don't come after me until now. So I've said very little about Twitch because they don't interfere with what I do. But things change. Turtle Mom, I would rather be on Kick than Twitch. Yeah, Twitch is soft. Hito, holy fuck, I thought Google and YouTube were bad. All those soft platforms are bad. Stoner, Twitch showed banned Sleazy for showing the boobies in a movie one time. Dang, boobies, snitched, reported him. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Soft people out there, just enjoy the tits. Stop being mad and reporting people. And really, that's what I think it is. I think because we were experiencing trolls, there was trolls coming into YouTube and there was trolls on Twitch. And while I was dealing with them on YouTube, my Twitch account got banned or got suspended. So I think trolls mass reported my live, and I think that's what got me. Puff of Stuff Walls was in the front row weeping. He could have. Maybe he was. Maybe he was. Normal times, Joe has to be feeling pretty good right now. He gets to leave knowing he didn't lose. That's right, normal times. They took the race away from him. They gave it to Hyena Harris. They put the whole machine behind her, and she still lost. And Joe, I bet he voted for Trump. So he's just like, hey, I'm glad I got to stay for a while. It's not like anyone elected him. So he just got a free ride at the White House for 4 years, and now he's going to retire. What an easy way to go. Paul, Jill's at home pissed as fuck. Oh, you know it. She's hanging out with what is his name? Doug. She's hanging out with Doug right now. Doug and Harris. They're all naked on the couch, scowling at old man Walter on the screen. Yep. Supia, have you seen the video of Trump holding a year-long birthday party for America leading up to our 25th birthday of July 2026? It would make a great feel-good video. No, Zupia, I don't know what that is. I remember covering President Trump live. I don't remember if it was a rally or not, but I do remember him talking about how we shouldn't have an election month, we should have an election day and things like that. And then he went and turned around and was like, 4th of July should be a month long. Like Independence Day should be a month long and stuff like that. Like if we were going to stretch anything out, it should be celebrating America. I remember him saying that, but I don't know exactly the video you're talking about, Zupia. What's up, Tony Rez? Happy freedom. Weird, Tony Rez. I wonder why that happened. I hope they don't start unsubbing people on Rumble. I don't think so, though. Just because Rumble hit me up on Zoom and I sat here with the actual people that keep the servers for Rumble running and we worked on this live stream for an hour to get it because we were having that blurry problem. Just the fact that they went through so much work to make sure that our live was all good here on Rumble, I don't think they're going to start censoring me. I just don't think so. Not at all. The techs that helped make our live better on Rumble follow me on X now. Like I'm saying, I don't think they're going to start censoring us. I think they have high hopes for us, honestly. They haven't said anything to me like that, but I think they do. Have you seen the way that they celebrate Dan Bongino or Crowder and them? They celebrate them hardcore, especially on X. They're always retweeting their stuff and celebrating them, you know, writing posts, positive posts about them and stuff. And like I said, working with tech, working with the customer service, working with Rumble Rick, you know, who else was there? Was a couple guys, because we had the financial thing that was happening. Somebody was stealing my checks out of the mail. I was dealing with the head department for finance and all that with Rumble. They got our back. You know, I'm pretty convinced they got our back. I think they want to see us do well on Rumble. What's up, 10 Man? Happy freedom. Let's read through it. We'll get on to this next video. Kevin, 4th of July is going to be lit next summer. Yeah, it's going to be so awesome. We're about to have a great 4 years here. Hidu, I paid for Rumble Premium to get rid of the ads, but mostly to support them because screw YouTube. Yep. Yeah, I've had Rumble Premium for 3 years now, I think. I have no regrets. Rumble's been good to us. Irish. Let me see. Over on YouTube. See, and YouTube gets the least amount of attention. Like, even the way we're live on YouTube, Kick, Rumble, Jeff Mac Live, and X right now, and YouTube is the very last chat I look at. Every time we read through the chat, they're at the bottom of the list because the platform censors me. There's no financial support from YouTube in any kind of way. So that's the rough thing about YouTube. I know everybody likes it because it's convenient, but that's why they have so much control. It's because they're on everyone's phone. Yeah, you tell him, Klaus Daniels. He just came in to make an announcement. He's leaving now. He's on to other things. Neighbor guy, which is worse, Twitch or YouTube? YouTube. YouTube's worse. It's hard to say because YouTube has the biggest audience. They have the most people standing around waiting for a video to come out compared to Twitch or any of these other platforms. But YouTube has the most communist guidelines, so that's what makes them the worst. DeRosa, Twitch. It's got witch in the title. Gotta burn him. Gotta burn Twitch. Pag, they did lip kiss on Inauguration Day. You're talking about Jill Handler and Doug. They kissed on, I don't remember it on Inauguration Day, but they did when Old Man Walter was addressing the nation. Not this last time he did it, but the year before that. They got him right on camera, Jill kissing Doug, and it was gross. It was gross. Hooligans Island, Klaus is MIA. That's what the alert was. Yeah, he came in here to make an announcement. I guess it was about that, Hooligans Island. He's not MIA. He's just busy. Spirit Matter, Dan Bongino is a big investor on Rumble. Yeah. Ball. I miss YouTube memberships for Jeff. I'd be at like 4 years now. I know, Ball. I hate that they demonetized me. I can apply for remonetization, but I'm kind of like on the fence about it because I don't want them to deny me because then it's going to make me even more pissed off about the platform. But on top of that, if we do get monetized over there, we get remonetized, I'm not giving YouTube any more attention. I don't want to live where I have to worry about every email I get from YouTube because I could potentially be getting a strike. And now my overall income is jeopardized. I don't like that. I don't like receiving an email from YouTube and going, oh no, I can't eat for the next 2 weeks because I'm going to have to pay rent and I'm not getting any more income. There's no financial support coming anymore. Now my whole livelihood's in jeopardy because YouTube don't like something that I said. I don't want to live like that. I didn't want to live like that. We got demonetized, almost lost everything. All the hooligans that really backed me, they went to Rumble, they went over to jeffmaclive.com, and they kept us floating. And now we survive without YouTube. And so I'm kind of honored to be live on YouTube, demonetized, and know that any kind of strikes or punishment that comes from YouTube does not affect me. It does not affect us. It doesn't stop what we're doing. And so that's why I've been just dragging my heels when it comes to getting remonetized is just simply not that important to me anymore. Because real hooligans, they got behind me, and we're floating out here. We're out here swimming without the system. And I love it. I love it. Anyways, let's get on to this next stuff here. Oh, we got Biden and his MAGA butt fetish out of the way. Next up, we got the press briefing. We're going to run through some highlights here. Like I said, I got 3 different spots out of the press briefing that are worth looking at. Now, before we get into it, I got a reminder for you guys really quick. Let's see here. If you hooligans have children in your life, I want you guys to go check out these books titled A Dog Named Cappy. A Dog Named Cappy comes in a rhyming book, but you can also get it in a Christmas activity and coloring book for kids that enjoy using crayons or markers and being creative. A Dog Named Cappy rhyming book comes in paperback, or you can get it on Kindle. You can also get the Christmas activity and coloring book available on Amazon. If you hooligans do purchase these books, please make sure to leave reviews on Amazon, and then also follow their Facebook page. That way you can stay up to date with new books coming out and then also help them grow. Let me get these links out to you hooligans, and like I said, we're going to be covering the press briefing next. Sure, crazy crayons. You probably say crayon, right? You guys. You guys and your words. Those is crayons. Like what I say yesterday? Using crayons, eating ramen noodles, and sitting on the roof. I don't know if that's a Michigan thing or it definitely is. It definitely is. That's the funny thing is, like, I'll talk to people and they'll say, man, you got that Michigan accent. But then I go and talk to Michiganders and they're like, what kind of accent do you got? I got my own accent. I'm just working on it on my own here. Let me get these links to you guys. Yeah, trickery on the roof. Some roots. It's because you guys be saying that, ooh. The roots. I can't even say it. I gotta squeeze my balls to say it. Snooks, I swear you have a southern accent sometimes. I think it's because my grandpa. I don't even know where my grandpa grew up. I'm sad to say. I have to ask my sister. She's nosy. She knows things like that. Now that I brought her up, she's gonna pop up on YouTube, watch. But he kind of had, like, he'd say like wash clothes and things like that. I think that's where I got it from. I don't know. I got my own kind of accent, definitely. Anyways, like I said, go check out A Dog Named Cappy. Oh, and I forgot the last little reminder there. Cappy is a real dog who lives here in Michigan with the illustrator's grandmother, and it would mean a lot to them for you hooligans. Go check out their books. So go do the thing. Go do the thing. Get this White House press briefing pulled up. Like I said, I'm not going to make you sit through the hour and 15 minutes of it, or however long it turned out to be. We're going to scroll through here. I got some timestamps wrote down. KJP, she was having a hard day today, and I did want to cover the press briefing in its entirety, but I was late. I had a lot of stuff I had to do today, and I ended up being late. So, like I said, I'm not going to make you sit through the whole thing. The whole thing wasn't that great to listen to. I will tell you from personal experience. But we got 3 clips here. Get things pulled up. First one is 2151. Right in here. So let's get things started. Don't forget, hit that thumbs up button over on Rumble.
And what this office will look like after January 20th?
Look,
Just a moment, because I just realized they cut the video up. When I took the timestamps, they had 40 minutes of nothing. Just the blue screen there, waiting for KJP to come out. So now all of my timestamps are wrong, but I know what the individuals look like. So let me scroll through and find these reporters here really quick, and then we will get things moving. See, the Biden administration is still fucking my life up. We gotta get the Orange Eagle in there now. I can't wait on these damn people. Don't you worry, I'm gonna get it figured out. And I don't even know who this reporter is. Maybe you guys can help me figure it out. Let's get into this. Because of the way the timeline is, because the video is so long, it's not exact. She's going to be finishing up a question from somebody else, and then she's going to get into this next question. This next question is what we're highlighting here.
He's going to lead by example. That's what you're going to continue to see in the next 74 days.
Thanks, Brain. Picking up on that one just a little bit, earlier you said that the White House's view when it came to reproductive rights did not change from pre- and post-election. The president repeatedly referred to Donald Trump as a threat to democracy over and over again. And this morning, though, he said we're all going to be okay. So, was that just political rhetoric?
I mean, if you know the president, you know that him saying we're all going to be okay. He's an optimist, right? He believes when you get knocked down, you get back up. We lost, but we're not defeated, right? We suffered a defeat, but we're not defeated. And that is the president's optimistic nature. And it's very similar to the question that I just got from Karen. The president believes, as you asked me about the threat to democracy, believes in being an obligation to be honest to the American people. And we cannot forget, it wasn't, just really quickly, it wasn't just the president who was saying this, right? I mean, you had the former president, now the president-elect, talked about an enemy within. Right? He talked about mistreating Americans who disagree with him, about terminating the Constitution. We heard from his former chief of staff, John Kelly.
Listen to this loser.
The former defense secretary, Mark Esper. We heard from them and what they had to say. So we weren't the only ones saying that. And the president does believe that he needs to be honest, has an obligation to be honest to the American people. Now we're in a situation where the American people have spoken, and we're going to respect the outcome of the election 2 days ago, because we have to respect our election system. It's important to do that. And at the same time, he's still a leader. He wants to make sure that he shows optimism, right? He wants to make sure that people understand that there is a tomorrow, right? There is going to be another opportunity to have your voices heard. And so that is very much quintessential Joe Biden, I think, if you have followed him and really reported on him for the past several years.
To be clear, do you still believe that Donald Trump is a threat to democracy?
I think that the president was very clear what he stated, and it was very honest. And what we are trying to do, and I get your question, what we are trying to do is respect what the American people decided. We're not trying to cause any divisions here. We're trying to be very respectful of what the American people, but again, when he spoke, he wanted to be honest with the American people and shared what he believed, and it wasn't just him.
Could you imagine if MAGA showed up on J6 just to make sure that the certification process went well? That would be something.
Do the election results ramp up the urgency to get more aid to Ukraine?
So look, I think in September, the president talked about surging aid to Ukraine, and we've been hearing us kind of announce aid to Ukraine over the past several weeks, if not months, and so that's not going to change. We're going to surge and get that out there to Ukraine. We understand how important it is to make sure they have what they need. And so that hasn't changed. That is no different. And so we're going to surging that aid to Ukraine. We're going to continue to make sure that they have the strongest, everything that they need on the battlefield to push back against Russia's aggression. So that certainly doesn't change. And we have taken action to strengthen Ukraine's air defenses and enhance their battlefield capabilities. And so we are committed.
All right. So we're going to move on to the next highlight here. Let me find it really quick because now my timestamps are all screwed up because I edited the video. But we don't need to hear any more about the blue and yellow country. It's not relevant to anything we got going on here. Any money they receive, it'll be the last little bit of money they get. Because I'm sure President Trump's not interested in funding foreign countries, considering all the rallies we covered, right? Let's see here. It's right in here somewhere. That's a scary face. Look, KJP. She's like, this is how you shake a baby. I'm like, shit, you know, I'm going to end up getting punished on YouTube. I'm too damn funny for this stupid shit. All right. I think we're in a good spot. Let's see.
As an existential threat to democracy, and by his description of the former president. Thank you. First, a quick follow-up. Just, does the president still stand by his description of the former president, now president-elect, as an existential threat to democracy?
I don't have anything else to share beyond what I said. The president believes, when he said it at the time, he believes he had an obligation to be honest with the American people. I laid out what people who, former staffers of the former president said. We're talking about John Kelly, former chief of staff. We're talking about the former defense secretary. They were very clear. And we also heard words that the president-elect said, enemy within, going after people who disagree with him. And so the president is always, always going to be very honest with the American people. I don't have anything else to share beyond that. Look, we are being very clear here, right? The outcome was not what we wanted. And the American people have made a decision, and we want to respect the decision that the American people have made, and we are going to make sure that the American people get what they deserve, which is a peaceful transfer of power. And we're going to continue to focus on issues that matter. We believe that matter to the American people in the next 74 days.
So it sounds like his assessment hasn't changed.
He was being honest. He has an obligation, and he was being honest with the American people, and he will continue to do so.
A question about the peaceful transition.
Sure.
What is President Biden's message to career civil servants who will carry over into the next administration? Does President Biden believe that they should be fully cooperative as the next president seeks to put his agenda into action?
Fully cooperative.
Not slow things down.
Oh, no,
Republicans are
Yeah, I
voiced
mean,
a lot
look,
of
we're
frustration.
saying that we want a good, a peaceful transition. We want an effective, efficient transition. That's what we're saying, and that's in the president's administration. Career, political. We want to make sure that that transition happens in an orderly way, and we're not looking to slow down anything. We want it to happen.
Transition. Old man Walter is going to become Mrs. Biden.
This is not about politics. This is about the right thing to do for the American people. They've made a decision, and we're respecting that.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I don't know how much gets here.
Okay, so we're gonna move on to Jackie here, and this was the last straw. The last straw. Let me see. It wasn't even that bad, but there's something between Jackie and KJP that KJP hates her. And I don't know why, but you can tell the way she calls on her, the body language while she listens to Jackie talk. She hates Jackie, and I don't know why. I don't know what it is, but she hates Jackie. I think she had a crush on Peter Doocy, and I think that's why he doesn't show up at the press briefings anymore. But she's jealous of Jackie or something, but this is going to cause KJP to storm out.
The Trump team. I could only speak for the president. Yeah. Go ahead, Jackie.
Just to follow up on the pardon question, is a commutation also still off the table?
For who are you talking about? Oh, no. I mean, we're not. That's not what we're going to do.
So you had said on Air Force One that the president would not consider a commutation of his sentence.
Yeah,
you're saying that still stands? Okay,
stands.
great.
Yeah.
And then I heard you earlier in the briefing talking about the pandemic's role in the outcome of this election. And it sounds like that is being looked at internally as potentially one of the causes of this outcome. But Richie Torres, the congressman, tweeted, Donald Trump has no greater friend than the far left, which has managed to alienate historic numbers of Latinos, blacks, Asians, and Jews from the Democratic Party with absurdities like defund the police or from the river to the sea or Latinx. Is the administration, campaign, the Democratic Party looking at the pandemic as the cause rather than, is that easier than looking in the mirror?
Let's step back here. I think I've been, and the president and the vice president has been pretty clear in understanding that the American people have spoken and respecting that. I think we have tried to be incredibly respectful of what happened 2 nights ago. And we're going to continue to do that. And I'm not going to speak to every person in the Democratic Party who has an opinion or a thought. I'm just not. It is not something that I'm going to do. I talked about the political toll on incumbent parties around the world as a data point, right? As something that we have seen pretty consistently with G7 allies in this time. And obviously, one of the things that occurred was the pandemic. It did. It caused disruption. It caused the supply chain to be disrupted, and and caused the economy to be turned upside down. While we put policies, and we are in fact leading the world on the economy, it doesn't stop the fact that there has been a political toll for incumbents. That is something that I'm telling you as a data point to share, because we know that you guys would have questions. That's a data point that I'm using. And I'm also saying that there's going to be election experts in the next days, weeks, months, who are going to, again, looking under the hood, kick the tires, trying to figure out exactly what happened 2 nights ago. And so they're the pundits. They're going to speak to that. They're the experts, and so we'll have more information as they look at the data. And so we'll leave that to them. And so I'm offering you our perspective, our thoughts, how we're going to move for the next 74 days. And I think what Americans should be assured of is that this is a president that's going to put the American people first. That's what people can be assured for.
Is examination happening at all inside, though? Because as Gabe mentioned, you know, this administration messaged to millions of Americans that they're going to wake up the day after the election if Trump won and have their rights stripped away, that democracy would crumble, and the president said today we're going to be okay. So how do you square that?
I can't square that. I'm going to square that in a way that hopefully makes sense, because I've been answering this question.
It don't make sense.
The American people made the decision. There was an election 2 nights ago. There was. And it was a free and fair election. And we respect
You're fucking right.
the process. We do. And Americans spoke. And so the job of the president is to make sure we respect that. The job of the president is to make sure that we have a peaceful transfer of power. That is what the American people deserve. And that's what we're going to, it's not complicated. It's truly as simple as that. As simple as that. The president called the president-elect, invited him to the White House. You know why? Because that's customary. That is customary. That is what you do. If you respect what the American people decided, that's what you do. And that's what the president's going to make sure that the Trump transition has what it needs, which is being led obviously by our chief of staff here. Why? Because the president wants to lead by example. It's not complicated. It really isn't. And you know, that's important.
Example is the message to people who are fearful based on what the messaging was about the stakes.
Well, now you're just twisting everything around, and that's really unfair. No, it is. No, Jackie, it's unfair, because I've been standing here trying to be very respectful to what happened the last 2 nights ago. Being respectful. I've been standing here saying that we respect the decision that the American people made. I've been standing here and saying that the president's going to put the American people first. I've been standing here talking about how the president's going to make sure that they get what they deserve, which is a peaceful transfer of power. I do not appreciate having my words twisted. That is, I have been very clear, very clear about what the president wants to do, and the vice president. We want to make sure that we deliver for the American people. They deserve a peaceful transfer of power, and that's what you're going to see. Thanks, everybody.
Prosecution.
Hold on, I didn't notice this last time. Look at the guy laughing at the camera. It's not just us that thinks this is so hilarious. Just notice this. Watch when they pull back the camera. KJP's shuffling away. And then watch the guy that's like right here, like right in the center, right in front of the camera. Look at it.
They deserve a peaceful transfer of power, and that's what you're going to see. Thanks, everybody.
Okay. Look at him smiling and stuff. Okay, JP, you suck. You suck. I think she keeps saying, and not just her, but Old Man Walter and Hyena Harris, I think they keep saying that it was a free and fair election because they don't want 2020 to be looked into. They want to act like President Trump won fair and square, everything's great, like it's always been, trust the election, blah, blah, blah. Now, I don't think it was fair and square. I don't think it was actually as close as they tried to make those numbers look. Yeah, President Trump won because I think we made it too big to rig. I think that's why Pennsylvania was stalling out all night. trying to say the ballots weren't, being read by the machines and all that kind of stuff. And until it was like midnight. It was like midnight, and they were still making excuses. But they came to the conclusion that they weren't going to be able to match those numbers. They just weren't going to be able to, because it was going to equal more people voting than people that live in the state, or more people voting in the country that live in the country. So they started realizing that they were going to end up generating numbers that were impossible, and they had to just accept that Americans made it too big to rig. Now, I don't think it was accurate and all that stuff as far as Harris's numbers. I think a lot of that stuff was trumped up. I don't think it was that close of a race. Look at the rallies. Look at the support. Look at the people that you talk to, you go to school with, you work with, things like that. It's overwhelming support for President Trump. Is there idiots out there that thought Harris was going to be a good choice? Yes, of course there was. Do I think it was 50-50 like they tried to show on the election? No, not at all. Not at all. I think that we still need transparency. We do need nationwide voter ID. We got to get that border closed, and we got to deport all the illegals and stuff, so we don't have to worry so much about voter ID being legitimized and stuff, because like places like Illinois, they were giving illegals voter ID. So that kind of undermines the purpose of voter ID. But if we have transparency, like I've been saying for a long time, it's not even just been a year, it's been since before 2020. If we had a way for all of us to see who voted for what, count the votes ourselves, get the same numbers that they show on the screen, that's real transparency. People always worry about hate crimes and stuff, but that's the thing. We got laws in this country. They stick your name on a board next to who you voted for. If anybody does anything bad to you, well, it's a hate crime. They could do 10 years in prison for that shit. So you don't got to worry about that. And don't let things like that stand in the way of election transparency, because we need it. We need it. Look at how things are. We got Trump this time, and that's great and all. But that doesn't fix 2020, right? And we know a lot of what happened in 2020 was with the restrictions and everyone being scared of germs and stupid shit like that. That really helped them in that case. We didn't have those same restrictions this time. It wasn't as easy for them to cheat. I do still think that they fudged some numbers and did some things they weren't supposed to, like the disruptors. Remember, the disruptors show up. I don't remember if that was Pennsylvania or where it was. So they showed up somewhere and they evacuated the building because of disruptors. No one got video of it, no pictures of it. Nobody knows what happened because of it. All they know is they evacuated a polling place because of disruptors. So yeah, I think that there was irregularities and dumb shit that happened. We just made it too big to rig. And so, good job on all of us voting in President Trump. Next up, we got short video here. It's titled "Liberals on TikTok are making themselves ugly on purpose to turn off men to take revenge on them for voting for President Trump." Oh, damn men out here voting in the Orange Eagle. Now you got liberals shaving their heads and stuff. And honestly, they just look like liberals. They're like, "I'm making myself ugly." Y'all been ugly, okay? Anyways, that's coming up next. But first, we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about that press briefing we just highlighted through. Oh, yeah, Zero. Somebody else asked about that, too. Yeah, the desk in D.C. Yeah, we covered it when it first popped up. Yep, and they say they don't know who made that statue in D.C. of Pelosi's desk with the poop coil on it. Zero, it's not awesome. That's the thing. It's like, it may seem awesome if you see the desk with the turd on it. Read the plaque. The plaque is saying that statue is mocking J6ers. That's what it is. The Pelosi table with the turd on it, it's to mock J6ers. But you don't realize it unless you read the plaque. When you read the plaque, you'll see they are sarcastically using Trump's words and honoring J6ers with a turd on the desk. But it's all sarcasm. They're mocking J6ers. That's what it is. But I'm sure the message is blurred by now. It's been like a week since that statue was erected. But yeah. Yep. Yeah, when we showed it, I read the plaque. I read the plaque in front of everybody. I mean, we all covered it together. Alistair, yeah, so many eyes on it and such a huge turnout. Yep, it was huge. That's right. Breeze by You is not a close race, no way. Landslide. More than we've ever had. They still cheated. Yep. That's exactly what I think. I think we just made it too big to rig, but I think that they still fudged numbers and stuff like that. Snooks, KJP lost her wife because she sucks so bad. Yeah. Now she's stuck hanging out with Hunter Biden. Breeze by You. They have to know what a joke the press office has been. Yeah. The reporters laughing at her it just kills me. It's so funny. Snooks, KJP is so talking down to Jackie. Yeah. Her and Jackie, they do not get along. They don't like each other. Well, I mean, I think Jackie plays ball, but KJP can't stand her. Can't stand her. Alistair still needs to be fixed. Can't have that big of a turnout every time. Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. We need transparency, and then we won't have to worry about what ifs and stuff like that. And we could do it. We could do it. You know, we got President Trump in there. We just got to figure it out. We have to get involved in legislation if we want things to go in our favor. The government's not going to make less government, you know. And President Trump, I think he's one of a kind. You know, I don't think we're going to have somebody like Trump in the future. I mean, not saying we're not going to have good leaders. I'm sure we'll have good leaders. But most people who are in politics, or most people who become president, are already in politics. President Trump wasn't. He was famous and then just became president. But most of the time, they're either already in the military, they're already politicians, and then they become a president. And we're talking politicians becoming bigger politicians, right? So again, we're not going to have government create less government. That's just not going to happen. So hopefully President Trump will cut out some of that government, which sounds like what's going to happen. But Americans got to get involved in legislation and stuff like that. Otherwise, the government will always have the power. You know, they're supposed to work for us, but you wouldn't think that looking at the tyranny and all that. Appeal to Heaven, it just said that Trump was on Rumble. Weird. I see Don Jr.'s live. I think he's just doing a podcast thing. Says we're live because we don't get shadow banned on this platform. See, I don't see any scheduled upcoming lives for President Trump on here. We'll check Reset Broadcasting, but I don't think President Trump is supposed to be live. I don't want to call him President-elect. He is President-elect, but I've just been calling him President Trump since he was in the White House all the way until he went back to the White House. So, I'm just kind of stuck in my ways. Yeah, I don't see any upcoming lives for President Trump at this time through Reset Broadcasting or through Trump's channel on Rumble. Maybe it was a glitch. What's up, Tom Tom? Happy freedom to you. If I didn't get you, I meant to say it so many times, but I keep getting sidetracked. Supia, I got the Rumble message too. Is for Junior. Yeah, Don Jr. Normal times, the Democratic Party was incinerated on Tuesday night. It's because we had that red tsunami. They weren't ready for it. You see all those sad people dragging their feet, walking out from that area. They were waiting for Hyena Harris to come out and speak, and just didn't happen. Trump girl, rest assured, Dems aren't going down easy. They're pretending to be all nice, but something will happen before it's over. Oh, I'm sure. What do I say is coming up next? Because I know we got AOC on the list here. Okay, so the next video is liberals losing their shit, making themselves ugly as a big fuck you to men for voting for President Trump. But after that video, we have AOC sounding the alarm. She's directly asking for like a call to action. Like she's saying, we need people to activate the kind of people you need when fascists are in charge. She's using words like that. You know who fights fascism? Anti-fascists. She's like directly asking for Antifa to activate. So yeah, I'm sure it's not all over it. I don't assume it's going to be all peaches and rainbows. Not yet. Not yet. No, I know what's going to happen. I'm just celebrating our win. I'm not ignorant to the Democrats or how many hours we're going to have to spend live covering them burning shit down. Now, I don't think it's going to be like the 2020 riots, but I do think we're going to see protesters. As far as I know, there's already been protests. On election night, we covered, was it election night? Maybe it was yesterday's live. I can't even remember now. We did see Antifa was activated in Seattle. There was like 10 of them. They were getting roughed up by those Seattle police officers. I also saw an article saying that protesters activated in Chicago and a couple other areas yesterday, but there wasn't any fires. There wasn't anybody arrested. I didn't see any lives for it, but we're starting to see symptoms that protesters are beginning to activate, and not just the pro-Hamas protesters that have been wandering around for the last year. They're probably going to be more glued to college campuses like they have been, but I think we're going to see more Antifa. We're going to see anti-Trumpers getting loud and stuff like that. I'm just currently enjoying our win right here. Alistair, yeah, Jeff, he's still President Trump. He will always be my president. Yeah, Alistair, that's how I feel too. That's President Trump. I was pissing people off by saying that when we were covering, his rallies and stuff, when he first was able to rally, because before he wasn't rallying, he was like guest appearing on other politicians' events, and he was doing live events. They were, semantics more or less, because he wasn't able to legally have rallies yet. They had to wait till a certain period of time before he could have rallies. And once he started doing that, we started having regular rallies to cover. And so I would say, oh, we got President Trump later, and people would get mad, not even just in the chat, people I talked to in life, oh yeah, I got to cover President Trump later, he's going to be live for a rally. And they're like, he's not president, right? He's president, bud. He's president. Don't you worry about that. Like, he's out here doing president stuff. He ain't at the White House, but he's still showing up for Hurricane Helene. He showed up for the derailment in East Palestine, Ohio, right? When that place got nuked. He might not be in the White House, but he's still president. And people didn't like that, but I don't care what people like. I really don't. Reading through. Shroomish, happy freedom to you. They're afraid government will kill them now after they pass that bill allowing government to kill us citizens. There's a lot of people worried about that, but for some reason they miss the part, because we read the whole paragraph or whatever when it first came out. It's during a time where the military is replacing the police. So unless we're in a time of martial law, that doesn't even go into effect. That whole government using lethal force against Americans, it's only during martial law. So if there's no martial law, there's no need to worry about the government coming to kill us. On top of that, we got more guns, and most military don't want to shoot Americans, right? So yeah, we got the people who are flown in from Afghanistan and all that. They're now militarized. They're offering illegals paths to citizenship by joining the military. Yeah, you got to worry about that. You got woke people in the military dressed up as leather dogs and stuff. Yeah, okay, you got to worry about that. But the majority of military, they don't want to kill Americans. They don't want to do that. You see blue helmets? Okay, worry about that. You see martial law? You see military vehicles parked in the middle of crossways directing traffic and shit? Okay, worry about it. But we ain't got to worry about that stuff right now. They put that stuff out there to knock people off their square, and it's working. It's where people are really scared about it. But you know what? In reality, the government doesn't need a piece of paper with words on it to kill you. They didn't need that before, and they don't need it now. If the government wanted to kill you, they would do it. That's it. That's it. They don't need a piece of paper to say words on it. They do what they want when they want. And if you don't think so, then why the fuck has our border been open for the last 4 years? Because they do whatever they want whenever they want to do it. And that's the reality of it. So stop worrying about words on a paper somewhere, because if they wanted to smoke us, they would, So it's more like they're taunting it in front of us, which is something to be a little upset about. But like I said, it says in the paragraph that tells you that they will use lethal force against you in times that the military is acting as police officers. So like I said, unless you see blue helmets or military doing the roadways and shit, don't worry about that stuff. Just keep it in the back of your mind, like where Antifa's active. And unless you're in those areas or dealing with those problems, just log it and keep moving forward. Because you can't worry about dying, you gotta worry about living. Got to. What's up, AR-16? Happy freedom. Ghostly. They had National Guard fire on college kids in the 60s. Yeah, see. Well, and that's what I mean. You know, they make the decisions the way they want to make them whenever they want to make them, and then they turn around and try and justify it after the fact. So, yeah, it sucks that they wrote some shit like that, but, you know, try not to dwell on it. Shroomish, they did it at Kent State years ago. See, it's bad stuff. They're wishing bad stuff on us, but, you know, I think we got other things we got to worry about right now. Trump girl, will shapeshifters be leaving the military now? It's hard to say. It's hard to say. I know that they're not going to stay soft. I know that. President Trump's not going to let that slide. We don't have space for soft people, especially in the military. They're supposed to be the toughest of the tough, you know? Puff of stuff. Gruesome Newsom called the California government back early to figure out how to counter Trump's possible policies. Interesting, Puff and stuff. Yeah, I haven't heard anything about Newsom lately. Ooh, I got the hiccups. I'll look into it after the live. Thank you for letting me know, Puff and stuff. Craig, Antifa was back at Pioneer Square in PDX last night. No problems, more cops than anything, than Antifa. Yeah. Thank you for letting me know, Craig, because I actually hadn't heard anything about PDX lately, and I figured that's where we're going to see Antifa activate the most in the beginning. They do exist. There's a few of them in near Grand Rapids and near Lansing here in Michigan. There's quite a few of them in New York, or at least there was, unless they didn't survive the wintertime and the illegals, which is a possibility. But I figure in PDX, that's when we start seeing them activate, we'll see everything light up across the nation. Minnesota will probably be right afterwards. Well, it'll be PDX and then, you know, people in Washington State like Olympia and all that. California, they're kind of back and forth with it because California's so big that they're too spread out. But we'll see Minnesota activate too because their Antifa is, they're like elites over there too. They're worshipped and shit in Minnesota. I'm trying to think what they were calling them. They were calling Antifa the People's Military or something like that. I don't know. What's up, AZ Patriot? Happy freedom. Harris was calling for her action during her speech yesterday. I read they were having meetings to coordinate. Yeah. Yeah, they're kind of subliminally asking for fire in the streets again. DCAT, happy freedom to you. This is definitely going to be... Let's see, it's definitely going to get spicy the closer we get to inauguration. Everybody stay locked and loaded. You never know what the libs will do. Happy freedom, brother. Stay safe. Absolutely, DCAT. Yeah. Well, and that's why I worry about President Trump. You know, we thought he was in danger before. He's president-elect now. You know, so hopefully he stays safe. I'm sure he's trying. Damn Secret Service. They better actually have his back. He already had escalated levels of security. He had presidential level security before he became president-elect. So that meant that he had access to military protection. Now that he's president-elect, I wonder if we're going to start seeing people in like military fatigues and stuff like that protecting President Trump. I don't know when the next time we're going to see him live. I don't know what the next event will even look like. Hopefully we get to see him before January 6th. I assume we will. Probably Christmas stuff, Thanksgiving stuff, things like that. Hopefully we get to see him live, but I just really hope they keep him safe because I don't want to see anything bad happen to the Orange Eagle at all, but especially on our way to Inauguration Day. What's up, Enter User? Happy freedom to you. Let's see. Reading through. Air 16, I hope Trump does a fireside chat. What is that? Fireside chats once in a while? I want him to go live again. I want another Trump rally, you know? Like, we won this. Come on. We need another Trump rally just for fun. Kirk Allen, red tidal wave. Yep, hit him with that red tsunami. They didn't think it was coming, but it did. It did. Trump girl Antifa tried starting crap here in the hometown in 2020, lasted 2 hours, and then went home crying because our cops came down on them hard. Yeah, that's how Chicago was too. They tried to do that DNC in Chicago, and I think they were pro-Hamas protesters. I don't think they were I can't remember. They might have actually been Antifa, but the police weren't having it. They're putting them right on their heads, tackling them, like roughing them up really bad. Like, nah, this isn't Portland, bud. These cops here, they'll fuck you up. They're dealing with people that shoot each other on a daily basis. Your little piss bottles ain't gonna work in Chicago. I'm just saying. Dark Blaze, happy freedom to you. Drain the motherfucking swamp. That's right. Viola, yeah, no event scheduled at this time. I want a rally. I want another Trump rally. What's up, Disheveled? Happy freedom. Let's see. Disheveled. Yeah, the transition of power seems so easy. It's kind of unnerving. Like, what do they have planned up their sleeves? Yeah, it's all nice talks right now, but once they get fire in the streets and stuff, we'll see. They'll blame Trump. They blamed Trump for it last time. They're like, oh, well, Trump let Antifa burn the cities down and stuff. No, the governors did. The governors and the mayors did. Because if President Trump showed up and started telling states how to run their state, telling mayors how to run their city, it'd be tyranny. It'd be tyranny. That's why we have lower government and stuff. But you know how the damn Democrat voters are. They can't read and shit. They're too busy dealing with their fentanyl and all that. Disheveled, they blame Trump for everything. They do. They do. What's up, Michael? Happy freedom to you. What's up, B. Hendricks? It's quiet. Yeah, a little too quiet. Yeah, a little too raff. Yeah, B. Hendricks. Well, I think it's just these couple days. I'm wondering what the weekend's going to look like. I wonder if we're going to see protests over the weekend. And I've been kind of expecting it, and now we're seeing little protests pop up here and there. And the Democrat leaders, they're talking all nice with subliminal violent messaging, but I think on the weekend we're going to see some stuff activate. What's up, Cheeky Chops? Happy freedom to you. Ball, I want some supper. What are we having for supper? ACB, the Democrat Party needs dismantled. It's a threat to national security. Yeah. It'd be harder to run the game, though. They make two teams. They ask Americans, which team do you pick? Both sides are rigged. And that's the problem. That's the problem. Yeah, Hooligans Island, I'm worried about that big time. I'm worried about that big time. Oh, thank you for being here, Zero. Good luck tonight. I hope you bowl a 300 or better. I don't know how it all works. I just know every time I've gone bowling, everyone's like, I'm going to get a 300 tonight. I'm like, I'm trying not to get arthritis. I don't know. God gave me big knuckles, and so I can't bowl because I use my little fingertips. Otherwise, my fingers get stuck in the holes. Yeah. So I don't go bowling. I go drinking. Everybody else bowls. I just drink. I always win. I always win at the bar. You know, I'm just saying. At the bowling alley bar. I don't go to bars, but you hear what I'm saying? All right, let's get on to this next video here. This is liberals on TikTok making themselves ugly on purpose to turn off men as revenge for them voting for President Trump. Us damn men. What are you going to do with us, you know? Just saying. Let's get this rolling. This is a short video. The title speaks for itself. Hit that thumbs up button over on Rumble. Let's watch this lady shave her head. She already kind of looks like a dude. So anyways, there is tons of videos just like that all over TikTok. You'll start seeing them on X because that's how things work in the social media world. They either start on TikTok or they start on X, and then they go to each other's platform, and then 6 months later it'll end up on YouTube, and then everybody who won't leave YouTube, they'll finally understand what's going on 6 months ago. So lots of that going on. Like I said, she already looked like a man, so what'd she even do? She'd pick up girlfriends easier, I guess. I don't know. Not that big of a deal. Any dude dating a liberal probably wasn't having a great time anyways, so them shaving their head and tattooing their face or whatever the hell they're doing, they're like, I'm going to hurt myself as revenge against you. It's the Democrat way. It's why they cut their own wieners off and stuff. Like I said, we're going to get to a point where they just won't exist anymore. They just make bad decisions. It's all revolves around death and destruction. There's no chance at life doing that. There's no sustainable life with life patterns like that. So they'll either change the way they are or they'll die off because of their own bad choices. Now, I'm not saying anything about any of these people because I don't want anything bad to happen to anybody, but they need to pull their head out of their ass. Otherwise, they got a short future ahead of them. We're going to hop right into this next video. This is AOC sounding the alarm. She, to me, and maybe it's just my perspective, she sounds like she's directly talking to Antifa, that she's directly telling Antifa to activate. On top of this, she's got huge bags under her eyes, like she's been crying about this Trump win since Tuesday night. You know, I'm sure she has. We'll put this in full screen since it's all portrait style, but let's get into this. This is AOC sounding the alarm, and like I said, to me, it sounds like she's directly trying to get Antifa to activate. Let's get this rolling.
We are about to enter a political period that will have consequences for the rest of our lives.
Prostitute.
We cannot give up. We now find ourselves in a time in history that has precedent, and we find ourselves, I believe, in a time where there are, let's say, peers in history of mass movements of people that mobilize to protect one another in times of fascism and authoritarianism.
Does that now sound like a direct call to Antifa?
Era that we are poised to enter. Donald Trump has talked about turning the military on U.S. citizens that he deems his domestic political enemies. Authoritarians and people that he affiliates closely with and strongmen abroad in regimes like that, it is not uncommon to jail political dissidents or legislative opponents. This is the world that we very realistically may be entering.
So, like I was saying, I mean, that directly sounds like a call to action for Antifa. She outlined what their whole little club is about. Now, when you talk about Antifa in foreign countries, like in Europe and stuff, they're actually Antifa. They go after cops. They go after political officials. They go after authority figures, right? They're anti-fascist. They're against authority figures that are trampling the rights of their people, right? That's what Antifa is. They're anti-fascist. American Antifa, they're just a shitty little gang of meth heads. That's what they are. They're a group of skinny, dirty, stinking people who want to destroy things and potentially even kill people. They don't really stand against authority. They enforce orders by authority. They hate people who don't wear masks. They hate people who don't go get the experimental jabs and stuff like that. The government is their daddy. And so they do what daddy says. And if you don't, well, then they stand against you. They are fascists. They're just called anti-fascists because that's what Democrats do. They call killing babies women's health care, right? So anti-fascists, being fascists, is just very much the Democrat way. And that's what it is here. So when you see people talking about Antifa and they're from outside of the U.S., they might be talking about real Antifa. But if they're talking about Antifa here, well, like I said, they're just dirty little meth heads and stuff. So she's out there talking that shit, being part of the authority figure, right? She's in government, and she's saying, oh, those of you that stand against fascism, you need to be here. You need to do something about what's going on here, because we're heading onto a path of fascism. It sounds like a direct call to Antifa to come out here and activate, go back to burning shit down. They prefer it that way, because then they could turn around and go, look at Trump's America. Look at Trump's America. He's letting the cities burn, and talk all that stupid shit. And at the same time, like we were saying earlier, Trump puts these policies in, America gets healthier. They're going to say, those are Biden policies. America's doing great now because of what Biden did. So they're going to talk about Trump's America being on fire, while all the good things he does will be from the Biden administration. They're laying it out. They're laying the groundwork right here. We're watching it happen. We're still going to have a great 4 years, whether those dirty people are out in the streets burning shit down or not, because America didn't like going through that shit in 2020. And everybody was scared, and nobody knew what the fuck to do, and every state had different rules and mandates and lockdowns and everything else, and it was just too much shit going on at once. But I know Americans don't want to deal with that bullshit again. And so any form of that coming back, Americans are going to stand against it. I already know that. I know that from my job. I can tell how things are going to go. Now, again, I don't want anything bad to happen to anybody, regardless of who they voted for or whatever. But I know if they come out here and they start roughing people up and pulling them out of cars at gunpoint like they were in 2020, there's going to be resistance to that. People are not going to just sit around and tolerate that. You can't call someone a racist and get your way anymore. This is in 2020. People are not... the people who voted for President Trump are not soft. They're not soft, and all of their patience has been burned from the last 4 years of nonsense. So when they come out and they activate and they act like shitheads, I assume there's going to be resistance. Now, again, I don't want anything bad to happen to anybody, but Americans aren't going to eat shit anymore. They just don't want to. We're not about that. And so they activate, we're going to see resistance. It's only a matter of time. Like I said, I bet this weekend we start seeing some activity. I don't think it's going to be crazy like 2020, but I think we're going to see the shitheads in the street again. I just do. I can feel it in my bones that we're going to see some activity. These people aren't going to just cry alone. They're going to cry in the streets. That's where they prefer it to happen. Next up, we got America voted for Trump because Americans are racist. That's what they're saying. These crybaby Democrats. You'll see. We got this. I can't remember what it is now. I think it's The View talking that nonsense. And then we got one more video titled Dem voters are unwell. This is kind of like an extra funny video. We got these two videos coming up next. It'll be wrapping up the news, and we got two funny videos of the day coming up after that. But right now, we're going to read through the chat and see what you hooligans think about AOC crying her face off, as well as liberals shaving their head and doing other things to uglify themselves as punishment to men that voted for President Trump. Ted Man, yes sir. Yep. Yeah, people are not going to eat that shit. They're not. They're done with it. Tried to accommodate them in 2020, but what good did it do? Look at the way Portland is now. Look at the way the whole left coast is. You know, didn't do any good for anybody. Accommodating those mad, sad, dirty, stinking drug addicts, it did not help anybody. And people aren't going to do that anymore. They're done. They're done. Breeze by you, AOC is so stupid. She is. She is so stupid. And she had the huge bags under her eyes. I don't know what was going on. I don't know if she was getting the panda treatment or if she really was crying her eyes out, but she was looking rough. True Crazy Jeff's an asshole. He's going to give Klaus COVID. He's the racisms. He's going to get Klaus all jabbed up. Mask up, you bigot. Yeah, True Crazy. Fucking fascist? Mm-hmm. Oh, no. True Crazy, I love my comrades. Yes. Snooks, Antifa formed first in Europe. Yep. Alistair, yeah. I'm not going to read that out loud, but yeah, I think everyone feels that way. It is tempting to cross lines at certain times, but you got to make good decisions every day. You got to, even when nobody's looking, because as much fun as it is to crash out, the consequences are never worth it. They just never are. When you lose something you earned, lose your freedom, lose people in your life, it always sucks. And a lot of times it's caused by a moment of making bad decisions because it seemed fun at the time, or it seemed like it potentially could have been the right thing to do, even though you're crossing some lines. But got to remain in composure, got to have that self-control. I keep coming back to this. Alistair posted this on the site. Oh, the misery. That's how I feel about Klaus Daniels. He's always flopped over at the floor, waiting for treats. He's like, how long is this live going to be? I need my snacks, and I need them now. Cassie J. Not only does she look like a donkey, but she has the IQ of one. I mean, at least donkeys are useful. I don't know what the hell AOC is good for. I don't think she's good for anything. Matt, donkeys are smart, though. Yeah, AOC, she's not good for much. Sure, Chris, I love it here. You two people would have thought I was serious. Yeah, that's true. That's pretty true. Appeal to Heaven, X deleted. What? Did X come after us? I've noticed that X has been removing my lives in a certain kind of way. In a certain kind of way. Nah, it says we're still live. But yeah, see, they show it like this. Donnie Brooklyn, he's killing me. So yeah, this post is obviously us going live. And if I click the link here, it takes us into live where we are right now. But this is supposed to be the live. And see how it's just a link? I don't know why they've been doing that to me. They were doing it to me before and I started calling it out and they stopped doing it. Because it's supposed to look like a video. It's that way you know it's live. But no, now it's a link. And I think it's a way of them censoring me. It's weird because I don't see them doing it to Alex Jones live. His live is a video. Mine's been getting turned into links. And I don't know why that is. Cody, what the fuck, Elon? I know. I wish I could text Elon and have him actually read it. Trump girl. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. I wore my Screaming Goat t-shirt to vote. That's awesome, Trump girl. Heck yeah. Just reading through the chat here. It's like 8 years of a black president meant absolutely nothing. Yeah, they all celebrate Obama whenever he comes crawling out of whatever hole he lives in, but then they act like they didn't have a black president. They didn't, we didn't go through that. It's systematic racism. That's what really doesn't make sense about that whole statement. They're like, oh, it's systematic racism. Well, then how did Obama become president? And they're like, shut up, you fascist, you Nazi. That's how it goes. Enchanted girl, things are about to change big time. Absolutely. Absolutely. And we're going to have to deal with the fire in the streets. I don't think it's going to be like 2020, but it's going to happen. We're going to have mad people out there. But at least we got common sense in charge. Appeal to Heaven, her money is leaving her. That could be. That's probably the biggest thing with the Democrats is they know that their money laundering and their power-hungry ways are about to come to an end. That's what it is. They're not going to be able to just go on TV and call people Hitler and shit anymore. It ain't going to fly. We need defamation lawsuits to be great again. R16 running for the trifecta. We'll see what the future brings. What are you talking about, Impulsive? Writing paragraphs. Weird. Impulsive's talking about how we need illegals to pick the crops and clean the toilets. Probably don't consider themselves racist either. People, I don't know. I've had enough dealing with people. I could be a counselor at this point. I'll tell people how to be people. What's up, Too Real? Happy Freedom. Hooligans Island, her mask needs adjustment. Mm-hmm. What's up, Toy Mafia? Happy Freedom. Jules, when we spoke with our votes, that was the line drawn in the sand. Yep. I agree. It's going to be an interesting 4 years. I know that. Devin. AOC looking puffy. She is looking puffy. Looking a little ditty there. I think she was crying her eyes out. Manic Miner, just straight up lies. Talking about KJP. All day. All day. What's up, Fry TV? Happy Freedom. And look, she has a nose ring. Yep. The septum piercing is a big sign of people being liberals. That's why a lot of people thought I was a liberal, because I had my septum pierced. I had my septum pierced because, one, it was suggested to me by somebody who was attracted to me, and as long as I wanted to bang them, I wanted to try and be attractive to them. But after they left, I realized I kept it as a security thing, because anytime I almost had to knock somebody's fucking teeth out because they were begging me for it, I would just touch my nose, because that septum piercing resting against my cartilage was always something I was scared of getting ripped out or knocked into my skull, having my nose broken because of that stupid piercing. And so it kept me out of trouble for a long time, but at this point I don't leave the fucking house because my Subaru never fucking works and I have too many lives to cover. And so I was like, well, fuck it, and I stripped it out of my face. There's been a couple times where I've almost got into some situations and I did this and was like, oh, safety off, but decided make good choices even when you're mad. And so I haven't crossed the line yet. I'm gonna try and keep it that way. Jules, did you see that cackle speech? Match Killerys, no original thought. I seen someone say that earlier in the chat, but I never saw Hillary speak like that. I never seen her do a formal speech ever. I've never seen her do a formal speech because I didn't bother with politics until after the riots stopped. But you're the second person to bring that up, and I'm gonna have to go and watch the comparison. I'm sure it's on the internet. Snooks, yeah, I figured. Trick Crazy. You downloaded yesterday's live? How long? It was like 3 hours long. It's probably like 15 gigabytes. It was fucking hilarious. I watched that thing. About to bite the guy like 20 times. So fucking funny. I don't even remember what happened yesterday. What were we? Oh, you're talking about the eagle? Yeah, he couldn't fight that eagle. That border crosser, he got roughed up. He got roughed up. Hair juicer, first coffee in a month, almost shit myself at work. You gotta establish dominance, bud. You let them know who the real hooligan is. Mm-hmm. What's up, Sausage King? Happy Freedom. I used to have a video with AOC doing things to a black guy. It's scrubbed now. Well, Sausage King, I wonder if they'll let you post it. Nah, on Rumble they won't. I believe you, though. AOC's got to get a promotion somehow. DCat, you're a counselor in a way. You keep me calm and level-headed. Thank you. I appreciate you, DCat. All right, hooligans, we're going to move on to this next one. Let me see here. Okay. This next one here is America voted for Trump because Americans are racist. That's just where we are now. This is Rachel Maddow, I believe her name is, the Mad Cow. She's got mad cow disease in her hoo-ha. But anyways, I don't know what color she is because she talks like she's not the same skin color I am. I'm a little olive. You can see I'm a little olive. I think that's why people think that I'm not an American. I keep getting told I'm Slavic looking. I don't know what that means, but that's right, Klaus Daniels. Tell her she's just mad because you're black. All right, buddy, you got to hold on. You want to say hello? Say hello to the hooligans. Say hello. Oh, you're pressing buttons. All right, buddy, you got to move your booty. Whew, didn't mean to point that assault cat at you guys. Don't worry. Oh, I flagged you with the assault cat. Shit. I should know better than that. Anyways, once again, this is America voted for Trump because Americans are racist. Hit that thumbs up button over on Rumble and let's get this rolling.
Then the decisive result of this election gives us not just an answer to the question as to what Americans want to do along those lines, it also gives us a really big to-do list as Americans. If you are an American citizen who does not want to ashcan the American system of government, who doesn't want a strongman authoritarian system where the whole government is one guy and everything else just exists to serve him, if that is not the kind of country that you want, then yesterday's election means you have more to do for your country than you have ever done before. Because now is when the rubber really hits the road, right? We don't just flip a switch and the American system of government is gone. Democracy is gone. It doesn't work like that. I mean, not to be boring here for a second, but just getting very real. We now are just another one in the list of countries that has decided to, hey, what the heck? Let's try the strongman thing. Let's let democracy go. Let's put in an all-powerful guy instead, see how it goes. There are many more countries in the world governed by that kind of a system than there are governed by ours. We are the only 248-year-old multiracial, pluralistic democracy in the world. And shall we keep it? A lot of our fellow Americans say we shouldn't. Now we know. Now we know for sure. But a lot of Americans, tens of millions of Americans, say we should keep that system, which means time to fight for it. And yes, Americans did fight for it by working on this election, by trying to get the candidate elected who was both the Democrat and the small d Democrat. She didn't win. The strongman candidate won instead. But now
Did she say the small d Democrat?
Now we have the benefit of knowing how this has gone in every other country that has been through a democracy to authoritarian transition. And sadly, there are a lot of them. We have the benefit of seeing what's happened in those other countries, though. And what we know is that the more ground the authoritarian takes, the harder it is to ever get that ground back. And so the first order of business is to stop them from taking any uncontested ground right from the outset.
So, again, Democrats sounding off calls to action. You need to fight harder than ever before. You need to make this process suck as much as possible any way you can. Mad. Americans voted for racism. Well, then who the hell does she think she's talking to? Like, who does she think she's talking to? You're talking to the people that voted for President Trump. And you're saying they're all racist. Okay. Okay. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. We'll get right into this next video here. This is titled, this is the last little bit of our news. It's not really news. It's kind of news at this point. We're easing into our funny videos of the day. This is titled, Dem voters, well, they're unwell right now.
I'm so glad you guys got your cheap ass groceries and your cheap ass fucking gas, cause you're fucking broke as shit. You're fucking broke. You're fucking broke. Broke. I said I'm fucking being serious. You're fucking broke.
Yes. They'll be okay. They'll be all right. Don't you worry. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. Could you even imagine making a video like that? Could you imagine that? I mean, that looks like she's a little unwell. We'll say that. I couldn't imagine recording a video like that and then posting it. To look at it, acknowledge it, go, yep, that looks good. Let's post that. What's really crazy is she's posting that stuff on TikTok, crying, being frantic, completely out of her mind. I posted a video of old man Walter talking about selling state secrets in a joking manner, and I didn't add to it. I just clipped it and posted it, and they took it down as misinformation. I didn't even say anything. I just posted the clip, and TikTok was like, no, fuck that. That's misinformation. What do you mean? That's him talking. Like, I didn't even do anything yet. I didn't even add my 2 cents on it. I don't know. But apparently you can cry and act like a psychopath. That's totally fine on that platform. Whatever's whatever. Doesn't matter to me. Next up, we got 2 funny videos of the day. Klaus is here for it. Don't fall, buddy. You can get those fat rolls in there. You're getting chunky, buddy. That's a meaty cat right there. You good boy. You good boy. Anyways, we got 2 funny videos coming up next. The first one's titled, These Border Crossers Have to Go Somewhere. And then our official funny video of the day is titled, Dems Are Full of Joy Right Now. You could tell that's a little sneak peek at it. Anyways, we're going to read through the chat really quick before we're getting on to our funny videos of the day. Breeze by you? No, I cannot imagine acting like that at all. What the fuck? She's free enough to post that video. Things must not be that bad, you know. That's what's so stupid about Democrats. They're out there talking about how America sucks and it's full of systematic racism and fascism and all this. It's like you wouldn't even be able to cry about that shit if it was true. If this was a dictatorship and everything was fascism and all that and racism, you wouldn't be allowed to post content like that. You wouldn't even be able to record yourself doing that kind of shit. You wouldn't be able to go outside and piss and moan and burn shit down. The police were shooting people in Cuba for protesting, for legitimate protesting. They weren't even burning shit down. They were like holding signs and the police are just shooting them in the streets. That's what dictatorships look like. That's what fascism looks like. But these people, I don't know if they grew up on Sesame Street or what. They don't know what real fascism looks like. And they're out there pissing and moaning. They're using their rights and freedoms to piss and moan about not having rights and freedoms. That's why people think they're so stupid. Thanks for being here, Church Crazy. Enjoy the game. Russell, gotta love those liberal tears. Yes, watering the Garden of Liberty. Your juicer. I don't know if I could say that out loud. It's probably considered hate speech. I don't think I'm Slavic, though. I don't really know. 10 man, I hate Mad Cow. Yeah, she's a rough one. Somebody said, I don't know where it is. Somebody said, why is her neck bigger than her head? I didn't realize it until I read the comment. Pag, why is her neck thicker than her head? I have no idea. Buff neck. Oh, it's because she's working that neck out. We got it figured out. We're smart. Snooks, the right never did that when Trump got cheated because they have class. Yeah, Snooks. Well, pissing and crying in the streets about old man Walter, you know, what is that going to do? Because the way he runs the FBI and stuff, and look at how J6 went, there was just simply no purpose to go crying in the streets. There's no purpose for the Democrats to do it, but they don't use their brain, so they do it even though it's purposeless. Rubber rooms, that's right, too old to care. Got to make asylums great again. Appeal to Heaven, 20 items, $200. Yeah, it needs to be cheaper. Yeah, I get depressed when I have to go buy groceries and stuff. I mean, Twitch getting kicked, that definitely affects the income. There was like 50 members on Twitch. Not anymore. It's gone. Try not to sweat it, but I know when it's time to eat, I'll be worried about it. These damn prices, they're too high. Era 16 jail cells turned into safe spaces. They don't even put those people in jail, but they're going to, because things are going to change around here. Bill Clay, stop feeding Klaus Taco Bell. I don't feed him Taco Bell. He doesn't eat people food. I've tried, but when he was young, he had tried to eat some people food that was not made for him, and he got scolded. And now, as he's a nice young lad that he is, He doesn't mess with people food. He's not interested in it. And anytime I try and give him something, like drop some popcorn on the floor or something, he's like looking at me and looking at the popcorn and looking at me like I'm setting him up for failure or something. I don't know. What's up, Cecil? Happy Freedom. Cecil, yes. People who are broke want cheaper stuff. Yeah, AOC, she doesn't understand because she thinks she's TikTok famous and just allowed to be in government. So she doesn't understand. AR-16, political climate change affects mental health. I think we're seeing it. We're seeing it on full display here. Kirk Allen, she's not invited to the keg party. She couldn't handle it anyway. She can't handle her Trump. She can't handle her liquor, you know. Enchanted Girl, open the mental institutions again. Yeah, we got customers. We got customers. They're on full display here. Such as King. TikTok is rough. It is rough. It's a mindfuck of a platform. When you try to leave, it takes you back to the top of the timeline. And then you're like, ooh, video. Ooh, video. You know, and then you're back to scrolling again. I go on there to see political stuff and funny videos every now and then, but I check all platforms. I check everything out there just in case, because you never know where the protesters are going to be at. You never know where new information is coming from, so I check everything. Kirk Allen, demons going crazy time. Wait a minute. Going crazy, time is short for them. That's right, Kirk Allen. They can feel the end closing in. Bill Clay, she makes Rachel Mad Cow look good. I mean, they all look like a mess to me. What's up, Jack? Happy Freedom. Cody, oh, the meltdown shit is priceless. I know. I love seeing them all cry. Because they were talking all that shit. They were all glad about the stolen election and all that stuff. So I'm all for it, you know, cry their little eyes out. That's why I tell them on social media too. I'm like, cry your little eyes out. I want to hear it. Yeah, Fry TV, Twitch took me down 30 days. Suspended for targeting an individual with hateful content. I can't explain how that happened because it just simply didn't happen. So I assume trolls mass reported my account. Devin, the Klaus Show featuring Jeff Mack. Yeah, basically. What's up, Kelly? Happy Freedom. All right, hooligans. We're going to get into these funny videos here. But before we do, I want to give you this last reminder really quick. If you would like to support the live to keep us running, you're welcome to use that Linktree link in order to send donations. You can do that by using PayPal, Cash App, Stripe, Locals, Buy Me a Coffee, or you can even send crypto. We're going to do this first funny video here. It's titled, These Border Crossers Gotta Go Somewhere. Let's get this pulled up. Ah, this is a good one. I always forget what the videos are. Let's get this rolling. Once again, this is These Border Crossers. They gotta go somewhere.
So you would do anything for like all the illegals and stuff?
I think we have to be fair.
Guys, this is great. I think we found a new home for you guys.
What guys?
There you go.
Is that your bus?
Yeah.
I don't understand what this is all about.
This is all the immigration. They're gonna move into your house.
They are not.
What do you mean? You just said you wanted to support everyone though.
Okay, that I don't.
No, they're
Guys,
not violent. They're not violent. They're good. They're
Oh no,
like
hop it! Like just like you guys did before.
Thank you very much.
Can they stay for dinner? Wait. Well, we have your signature. You guys got to drive back down south.
Back to Home Depot.
Those damn Democrats. Damn Democrats. She was all for immigration until they were migrating into the living room there. Well, this is our official funny video of the day. And this is titled, Dems Are Full of Joy Right Now. We're going to put this on the big screen. Hit that thumbs up button over on Rumble. Let's get this rolling. The Dems, they're full of joy right now.
Hope your day gets better.
Shut the fuck up!
Positive energy.
Shut up! You don't understand English!
Hope your day gets better. Yeah. That's all right. That's all right. Well, hooligans, that is all the coffee I had for you guys today. So I'm going to drop this Linktree link to you guys. We're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance. Well, we're going to read through the chat. Then we're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance. Then we will be wrapping things up. But we'll be live again tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. It's so weird to not have Trump rallies. It's so weird. I'm used to being like, well, we got a Trump rally in 2 hours and another one 4 hours after that and another one at 10:30 at night. I miss President Trump. Well, hooligans, I've just dropped that Linktree link to all of you guys where all of my links are listed. So if you would like to make donations, join membership programs, or purchase any merch, I would really appreciate it. All of your guys' contributions keep us running every day except for Sunday, because we got to have a day to recharge those batteries. Definitely go join Discord. Discord is our free hooligan community. It's the best way to be notified every single time we go live. The hooligans are there keeping the conversation going 24/7. And we have 2 news boards to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world. So definitely go join Discord. If you're feeling real saucy, go join jeffmaclive.com. Over on the website, it is the best way to experience the live. Our built-in chat has more ability than any other platform. You can post memes and GIFs and custom emojis and links and all kinds of stuff right there in the chat. While you're watching the live, you'll also have access to Hooligans Alley, which is our private social media area. It's kind of like X or Facebook. There's no crying liberals. There's no crazy community guidelines. There's no stupid shit like that. It's just the way that social media is supposed to be. You'll also have access to our forums, which is to encourage open discussion. You'll have access to the arcade, which is a lot of fun, and the games adapt to your phone. It's addicting. It's very addicting. I have to stay away from the arcade. But you'll also have access to our advanced messaging system with the built-in group chats, and that's where we all gather 6 p.m. Eastern time on Fridays for our voice chat, which is a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. Sometimes we're researching things. Sometimes we're playing a guy on a buffalo. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff we do for the voice chat, which is a lot of fun. But with access to the advanced messaging system, it gives you the ability to text each other, call each other, video call each other, group texting, group calling, group video calling, and more. jeffmaclive.com is the place to be. It's the home of the hooligans, so definitely go get yourself a membership for the website. We're going to read through really quick, see how you hooligans feel about today's coffee, and then we will be doing the Pledge of Allegiance and wrapping things up. But like I said, we'll be live again tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Sam, Trump's getting busy. Yeah, I'm sure he is. I'm sure he's getting everything all put together, planned out and all that. He was very serious on election night after he won and whatnot. But like we were saying earlier, really, I want another Trump rally. It doesn't have to be for anything. I just want, I miss Trump. Like I said, I miss covering President Trump. So I hope he holds a rally just for shits and giggles sometime in the future. I don't want to have to wait till January to see him live, And happy freedom to you, Sam. I said it earlier, but I think you had some stuff going on. Sam dropping the titties and beer. Very nice. Thank you, Breeze by You. I'm glad you made it as well. Yeah, Matt, I know. Smoked me right at the end there. I didn't want to repeat it, but yeah. That video is so funny. Sure, crazy. If I wasn't a dumb kid, I would have made the NHL. What does intelligence have to do with the NHL? I don't know a whole lot about it, honestly. Our version of the NHL is not as good as Canada's, and I didn't realize that. And maybe things are different now because time has passed. But what I learned over the last couple of years was that if you watch the NHL on ESPN and stuff like that, when they start to throw hands, they cut off to commercials. They cut away so you can't see it because they don't want violence on mainstream TV. But in Canada, I guess they like zoom in and stuff. They're like, oh yeah, it's game time. And from what I understand, that's the majority of the reason that people even watch NHL is for the haymakers, for the hands being thrown that we don't even get to see here in America unless you pay for pay-per-view or you go see it in person. It's interesting. One thing I don't know or I don't understand about the NHL, why do they throw squids onto the rink? What is that about? Why do they do that? True Crazy, maybe you got the insight there. Breeze by You. AOC is one of the most ignorant people I've ever seen. Yeah. 10 Man, they just rejected her. What idiots. Oh, re-elected her. Oh, okay. I was going to say, I was like, she's getting kicked out? No, they brought her back. No good. 4 more years of horse face. Which one? Sam, they throw catfish in Nashville? Why? Why do that? Why do people do that? Trigger crazy. Biggins for bigots. That's that sounds like a Lady Hooligan t-shirt. My goodness, that's funny. Trigger crazy squid is a St. Louis thing. What? Why do people throw things on the rink at all? They trying to start an insurrection? What is the point of that? Ghostly, Philly throws hats. Ghostly, some people throw different things. I didn't even realize that. Oh, Ghostly, you go to the games and stuff? So you get to see all the hands being thrown and all that. Hey, I appreciate you, Kirk Allen. Thank you for being here. Thank you, MU. Happy freedom to you, Cecil. No worries, appeal to heaven. I appreciate you being here with us. Much love to you, Too Old. Appreciate you being here. Thank you, AR16. Fresca Bean, happy freedom to you. Thank you for joining us over on Rumble. Ah, you're the best. Appreciate you, Fresca. Thank you, Appeal to Heaven. Let me see here. Thank you, Enchanted Girl. Thank you, Jay Tyler. Appreciate you. Bill Clay, there's old rallies on YouTube from 2015, 2016. I know, I don't want to cover old things. Well, I want to go live. That's what I mean. I want to cover President Trump holding a rally. I mean, yeah, I could go watch the old rallies, but I want to see new rallies. I want to see President-elect Trump rallies. Like, fuck yeah, we did it, guys. I want to see rallies like that. It's coming. It's coming. There's got to be some event coming up that President Trump's going to go live. Got to be. Pickle Fingers, RIP Washington State. Y'all say a prayer for my state. Yeah, Pickle Fingers. Stay safe out there. Big time. Be safe. Thank you, Cody. Thank you, Viola. Appreciate you being here with us. Thank you, Zeus Boot. Irish, I saw a funny video of somebody ripping out their Kamala signs out of their lawn. Yeah, Irish. I saw that on X. I'm trying to think. I think in the comments, I was like, look at them losers. I love calling them losers right now. You got to get it out. You got to get it out. President Trump just won. So anytime you see mad people, you got to just tell them they're losers. Oh, they hate that so bad. Fuck them. Losers. Mm-hmm. Sage Pup, do the Trump dance. We'll see. I'm not going to do it today, but I did all that damn practice, and we only did it for a couple minutes when Trump won. We'll have more Trump dances coming up. Don't you worry. Junk, the squid represents the original 8 NHL teams. There was only 8 in the beginning, so that's why people throw squids. Is it done maliciously, or is it done celebratory? What's up, Cosmic Squirrel? Happy freedom to you. Zen MP, this is the first time I've noticed the cat in the background. Klaus wasn't here earlier in the live. He comes and goes as he pleases. He's a hooligan cat. But yeah, he's hanging out right now. Junk, it's celebratory. That's cool. That's cool. Definitely, Sam, I appreciate you. Thank you, Alistair. You're the best. And Alistair, I'm gonna write you back. I know you write me messages. I'm not trying to ignore you guys. I've just been overwhelmed. Michigan Patriot, happy freedom to you. Thank you for joining us over on Rumble. Junk, Red Wings were an original team. I didn't know that. See, I don't know a whole lot about hockey. I don't know a whole lot about it, but you guys are learning me. All right, it is that time once again. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, there we go. Didn't mute myself. Let's get these beats rolling. I almost threw my chapstick across the room, though. That's all right. That's all right. We did the thing. Like I said, we will be live again tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern time, for our very next Coffee with Hooligans. I'm going to keep my eyes out for any civil unrest. You know, those Democrats, like I said, they're going to be in the streets and stuff. It's just more or less figuring out where they're going to go live. Back in 2020, they used to use Facebook all the time because it was easier to use. But because of the censorship being so bad back during the lockdown days, it pushed a lot of those unruly live streamers off the platforms. A lot of them are on TikTok, which means that we're stuck with portrait style lives and all that. So we'll see how it goes. I'll keep my eyes out for them. And if anything happens, we'll definitely go live for that. Anyways, we're going to read through the chat one last time just to make sure everybody is good to go. And then we're wrapping her up. Here, Juicer, they do it to mess with the refs. It'll freeze to the ice if they don't pick it up immediately. Oh, really? Here, Juicer? That's kind of funny. I didn't realize that. Tom, I watched a lot of hockey in the late 90s with my dad. It's badass, Tom. Thank you, Breeze by you too. Appreciate you, True Crazy. Absolutely, True Crazy. Yeah, because I don't really know anything about NHL. Thank you for being here. Hi, Toe. Appreciate you. Thank you, Appeal to Heaven. Thank you, Matthew. Appreciate you being here. Cody KD Productions. He's my security walking around. D-Cat. You keep doing what you're doing, keeping us straight, telling the truth no matter what. It is happy freedom, brother, and all of you hooligans, you stay safe out there. We need every one of you. God bless. Absolutely, D-Cat, and God bless you. I appreciate you, D-Cat. Irish, why is there no VODs here? I don't know. I'll look into it. I don't think it saves the lives on Kick. But I'll look into it. I joined Kick when it was brand new, and I'm sure there's a lot of new features and stuff, and I'm kind of set it and forget it. So once we got the live rolling, the only time I mess with the settings is to add new emojis, which we'll probably have some new emojis coming soon. I'll look into it. Irish. Thank you for letting me know. Disheveled, more people in Washington state have been openly supporting MAGA after Trump won. It's great to see. That's awesome, Disheveled. Maybe we're seeing people turn a new leaf over there. I'm sure there'll still be shitheads and whatnot, but people are migrating around. Junk, you're a Michigander too? Hell yeah, a hooligander. Yeah, Sage Pup, we'll be doing those Trump dances before you know it. Don't you worry. We're just at the end of the show today. We ain't got no music. Well, you can hear the beats. I can't hear the beats. Well, we got Trump dances coming. Don't you worry. Thank you, Sam. Appreciate you being here. All right, we are good to go. Like I said a million times, we will be live again tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern time, for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. I wish we could see President Trump live, but I don't think that's going to happen. I'll see if we get another press briefing. Today's wasn't that entertaining, but she did kind of rage quit. So it makes me feel like if they did do a press briefing tomorrow, it may be funny. Also, get yourself a membership. You'll be able to join us for the voice chat over on jeffmaclive.com tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern time. It's a lot of fun, so definitely consider getting yourself a membership. All right, hooligans. Huge shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership programs, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate all of you hooligans, and I wouldn't be able to do any of this if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for all your support, and I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.